waitress. And you let Frederick go his separate way. Drell remembered that there was a church to Yol in the city on the more rowdy side of the city, the more rowdy half. You guys ventured that way, finding a guide in a young, I'd say preteen, sort of greaser type boy who showed you guys to the church. Waiting outside as you guys go inside, you step in, and as Drell walks inside the church, Ben decides now's the time to make Drell seem like he's the next chosen god in Yol's place, or that he's Yol's chosen, by casting, was it Minor Illusion?
One of them.
I think
Minor
so,
image,
yeah.
minor image on Drell's shoulder to manifest the image of Yol sitting on Drell's shoulder, which Drell didn't notice, as everyone around him sat agape. Upon being questioned and the illusion being broken, Ben cast a darkness spell on the point at his feet, causing a giant orb or dome of darkness as Valxis flew up to the rafters and played his own version, his own, Snookvale world version of the Benny Hill theme. Aphelion and Ben ran outside. Jin stayed. There was some conversation about why the fuck you guys were doing what you were doing, and who decided this was a good idea, and confusion. And eventually, after people were healed of their ailments, whether it be through Yol's magic, which is what some believed, and other magics, everyone left except for one individual who stayed inside the building and was seemingly a priest of Yol. Through a line of questioning, you found out that after Yol's departure from the world, if that's what that was, because you guys are still not really sure about, the terms behind the death of a god, he said he found sort of a sister deity. This sister deity being someone who is a goddess of joy, who... the best way to explain her, because it was interesting. I wrote this down somewhere. I know his name was Sintith, by the way, which you guys did ask. And after inquiring about his worship, you guys really didn't make friends with him. So he kept the conversation short, let you guys ask whatever questions you wanted, asked you questions. You guys told him what happened to Yol, and he said he had work that needed to be done and sent you guys on your way. As you go back outside, Drell decides to step up to this kid that was their guide to the church. Decided to get up all in his face and be all intimidating Dragonborn. And in the process of grabbing the kid by his shirt and getting ready to beat the shit out of him, Ben cast another darkness spell, retreated out of the darkness into an alleyway. Valxis flew out of the darkness up and over the houses to the north, another direction. Aphelion and Jin had stayed in the darkness, asking the kid, one, apologizing for what Drell was doing. I think, Drell, you ducked out with Ben. You and Ben are currently in an alleyway. And then Aphelion and Jin also moved their way out of the darkness, going north because Jin said he wanted to go buy new clothing. The kid, meanwhile, ducked into a separate alleyway across the street from Ben, and currently you guys are in 3 separate groups. Starting the beginning of the session this time, Jin, you run out of the darkness, and Aphelion's not with you. The darkness spell goes away, and Aphelion's gone.
Jin just looks up and just bows his head down and is just like, oh, fuck. And then continues to walk north because he knows he has to get away from there because things got weird.
Yep.
So he's going to keep going in his direction.
Sure. So you're heading up towards the clothing store. Ben, you and Drell are currently in an alleyway, kind of watching where the darkness was. What are you two doing currently?
I don't know.
You guys are just sitting there just staring, or do you guys have any intention? Do you guys have any direction, any plan?
shit. No. God.
Okay.
Gonna keep wandering up the alleyway. Just making distance.
Oh, okay. So you're just walking away from Ben?
Yeah,
Sure.
I did threaten a child, so yeah, I kind of need to make distance.
Okay, so you start moving up the alleyway. Ben, you notice he walks away. You don't see any of your other compatriots. You actually do catch, as the darkness spell ends, Jin walking north. You saw a Philion start walking with Jin, Ben, and then stop walking, pause for a moment, and then dart down a different alleyway.
Ooh.
I guess I'll follow Drill.
Okay. So you two are just heading farther. You guys would technically be going farther into the more rowdy side. Valxis would have gone west/northwest, flying over top. Jin would have run north or started running north. You guys are going east, farther into the city, or farther into this part of the city. Lyra was the name of the goddess, by the way. LLIRA. Okay. Jin, you're going north, correct? Are you looking for this clothing store?
He's just looking for a new clothing store to lay low in and also get some new clothes if they're going up north.
You were told by this kid whose name no one asked to, if you wanted to find stores or storefronts or merchant fronts, going anywhere along the river, whether that be on the rowdy side or the noble side, that's where all the markets are, right? People are all advertising across the beachfront. So you go up north, you go along the docks, and you're seeing like shop here, shop there. There's different shops for clothes. Some of them, there's actually one store. There's a guy standing outside trying to catch people's attention, who's holding up like a cape that says Eintress on it, like get your Eintress capes, bring them to your family, to the Empire, a gift from the Dithronian Kingdom. Anyone, capes. We also have hats. Does anyone want an Eintress hat? Like just advertising, basically, like
those
merch.
mall clerks. Yeah.
But you do see that there's like a generic clothing store along the way.
Jin will stop by the place where the guy's selling clothes and stuff. The guy who's promoting real hard.
Sure. You walk up to him and he goes, "Well, you look like a distinguished gentleman who probably has loved ones he'd like to give gifts to." I knew you were. Come. And he like puts his arm around your shoulder and starts like pushing you into the store.
Yeah.
It kind of seems like this
pushy.
dude normally swindles people by like forcing them in and making them feel bad about not buying anything. So he starts like pushing you into the store, and you walk in and you're seeing like knickknacks. You're seeing like, in the center of this building is a diorama on a table that like shows the bad side and the good side by side, and like there's like the word Eintress carved out of wood, but it's two types of wood, and one side looks like really like grungy and poorly made, and the other side's almost too clean. Like the EIN and then the TRUS is like separated in half because it's supposed to like represent both halves of the city. And
yeah. You got any like nicer clothes or?
We've got the nicest clothes in Eintress, as long as you're ready to represent the city.
Yeah, I will. I'm heading up north to the Empire, so
you see like a pin made out of gold that says nice. "I love Eintress."
What is this, like Shrek?
This seems like. Do a lot of tourists come here?
Sometimes, maybe just people traveling, merchants who've crossed the river from the Empire who don't really get to see the kingdom too much. Want to bring back their kids a little something.
Okay. How cold is it up around?
Depends where you go. There's a volcano to the east, a snowy mountain to the west.
I just need like a nice, like durable jacket.
A durable jacket.
Yeah, something like cool or grungy. But I also have to look nice, like something that says I'm grungy but classy.
You see, once you say like grungy but also nice, he's like, okay,
I
Do you
still
want
don't want to
something
lose
custom
myself.
made?
How long would that take?
How much are you willing to pay? You pay
I
enough,
got-
we'll prioritize the shit out of it and get it to you within 24 hours.
That's true. Umrig did do this one time.
Listen, all I'm saying is priority goes to the biggest spender.
That is true. That is how this world
How much would a custom jacket cost me?
At a normal pace in the queue line of everything
Yeah.
custom that we have to make, a gold piece probably take a good week,
What's 4 gold gonna get me?
2 days.
2 days. I don't know if I have 2 days here though.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like a
What
problem
about
for
4
you.
gold, 16 silver?
So 5 gold, 6 silver is what you're saying.
Sorry, 5 gold,
That's
3
what
silver.
that's.
Sorry, I miscounted.
Oh.
I have 13 silver.
Oh. He runs over to the counter where you see like a small child standing on a stool and just wiping down this counter. And he like looks at the kid and then whispers something, and the kid looks at him, nods his head, and then starts moving the cloth like away from the one spot. And as you look, make a perception check.
Okay. An 8.
You don't know what that was about. He
Yeah.
grabs a little book, pulls it out, starts flipping through pages, runs his finger down, and goes, 5 gold, 3 silver will put you at the head of the line. We can get that done with you within a day.
Cool. And then Jin will slide it over.
Do you want any
Now you-
Eintress branding on it?
Just in case you
No,
forgot where you were.
I'm good.
Embroidered?
Maybe on the inside.
What
Embroider the
colors?
inside.
I need details. What should this look like? I got.
Bro, Eintress.
Listen, you've given me details. You want grungy and classy. You're trying to represent Eintress. I get it. But do you want half and half, or are those like merged together, like an amalgamation of the two
An
ideas?
amalgamation of two.
put
Yeah,
toge-
fuse them.
Oh shit, this is gonna be legendary. And he starts
Yeah.
writing stuff down.
Oh, can
like
you
he's just-
please though write on the inside Jin Moore in case I lose it, so people can return it to me?
more what?
That's my last name.
Like the swamp?
Moor. Yeah, kind of like
yeah,
the
like
creatures.
a swamp. Okay, well, like a
Yeah.
moor. He's a swamp. Okay,
Yeah.
so Jin Moore. Okay, and he's just
Oh,
like scribbling things down.
Oh, and put a little bit of red into it. Red's a cool color.
But where do you want the red? Wait,
Well,
what color
maybe
was it
around, like,
supposed
the
to be initially?
collar.
So red collar.
Black
What
and
about
red.
the rest? Black and red.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Black and red. He's just like writing all this down. Anything?
Yeah.
Any other details? How fluffy?
How fluffy.
It doesn't have to be. Oh, maybe like a little bit of like fluff on the inside of the collar, so it's kind of like puffing
Real
out
fur
the
or
top.
fake fur?
You're gonna look like a vampire.
Real fur.
Oh my god.
Noted. And he
As Jin as a hunter, he prefers it being real.
he puts away like a feather that he'd been writing with, closes the book and goes, the gold, half up front.
Oh, half up front. Okay, so
So
2 gold?
2 gold, 6
Okay.
silver.
okay.
You hand that over. He takes it, puts it in a little pouch. You see him look over to the kid again and like snap his fingers, and the kid like looks up and then starts moving. He moves the cloth even farther to the side.
Perfect. Okay, this time tomorrow.
Sure, it'll be done by then.
All right. Goodbye. Jin is
Goodbye.
gonna go. Now he's gonna be standing out front.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's it for me. I guess I gotta go find the rest of the guys now.
Fucking good luck. Okay.
Jin is probably
Valxis.
just gonna stay put there and just wander
Yeah.
around the markets and look at stuff.
Okay, Valxis, you are currently you have flown over the rooftops, going west towards the more noble side of the city. What are you heading for? What are you specifically? Are you like hiding, or what are you directly kind of looking for?
I'm kind of just looking for somewhere calmer. Somewhere like, is there like a park I could go sit at? Or like somewhere like it's something of this sort, like somewhere where like it's just a small place
There
where it's
is
kind of quiet.
in the noble side of things. There is a rather large, very lush what you can only describe as a Zen garden.
Awesome, perfect.
Where like everywhere it's fucking like going from one side of the city to the next, it's weird how quiet it is on the noble side of the city. Like as if everyone is currently respecting the fact that none of them want to hear anyone speak. They're all just enjoying their quiet.
Rich people.
Yeah, the rich people quiet. Like it's not even rich as much as it's like a chosen lifestyle. Where like the people on the other side, it's not that they aren't wealthy, it's that they choose to live
Quiet.
to have fun. Like the other side, the rowdy side, lives to have fun, and like their fun is loud, drinking, like do whatever the fuck you want kind of thing. This side is like, no, the world needs order. We live our happiness is found in order and you know, polite living and cleanliness. But yeah, you find this Zen garden. Are you just flying over top?
Yeah, I just fly over top and then land in it and just sit down on like somewhere.
Okay.
Trying to be as quiet as possible, of course.
Make a stealth check.
All right, cool. A 9.
I mean, it's very hard as a creature with large, non-feathered wings to flap his way down into a Zen garden quietly. You make your landing, kind of like brush yourself off, and you don't realize until you look around, like, you haven't been able to... You've been in the desert and on the rowdy side of the city. You haven't been able to bathe.
I smell like shit.
You haven't been able to bathe. It's not even that you smell like shit. You just look dirty.
Ragged.
Your clothes are dusty and sandy, and it's not like your clothes are ripped up or raggedy or anything. You just look like you haven't been able to, you know, really clean up, at least to the standards of this side of the city, in a while. You look around you, and you're actually surprised to see in this Zen garden a few different type of Aarakocra, as well as a single owl folk. There's other races of being here, but the idea of Aarakocra, who in this continent usually have this higher than thou, like, we are the superior everything, you are all beneath us sort of snooty richness. Are currently, there's a few in here currently, they're not like sitting cross-legged, they're like perched, eyes closed, enjoying their Zen. They don't really notice you. Others do notice you. There's some that, like, when you land, like the force of you landing and your wings like finishing the last beat kind of knocks some dust around, some of the sand that's been on your wings because you haven't really flown since the dragon fight. Like, kind of just, you know, sends a little bit of dust, and some people oh god,
sorry, my bad, sorry.
One of them like grumbles and walks away. Another one is like, no, it's fine, you're forgiven, just shh, and then they go back to their piece.
Nod my head and then just kind of he'll wait here for like 15 minutes just to like catch his breath.
Cool. Roll me a D100.
Awesome.
This is just going to be your ability to like calm your anger.
28.
You are struggling. Your mind, as you're trying to calm down, is racing through like, how did I end up with these people? What the fuck happened between Pi and Tai and Eintrist that suddenly Ben is the agent of chaos? Like, why is Drell so aggressive all of a sudden? He killed a fucking god! Like, and you're like, all of this is starting to like boil in your head, and you're just like finding it difficult to calm the fuck down. Like, you're sitting in silence, and you're just like starting to grit your teeth, and you're so fucking pissed.
I get up.
Okay.
I will walk to wherever the exit is. However long it takes me.
Not long.
To just bumble around. Okay.
Yeah. It's a very open space. It's a Zen garden. It's easy to find exit. Yeah.
Leave. Okay.
Okay.
And
you
then I take
you
off into the
notice.
air.
Well, you notice as you come out. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Yeah. I'm good at those.
Your anger is just, you don't even get a chance to appreciate how nice this side of the city is. You just take off. Which direction are you heading?
I don't know. I don't know where I want to head. I want to find a bathhouse, I guess. I want to get clean. I want to get
Easily
cleaned up.
done. You find a sort of like spa / tavern called the Gem Den. As you step inside, you hear a sort of melodic sound overhead, and unlike the fairy, tavern that you guys had been in before, where it was sort of magically on the air, in this case, you catch in the corner of the room. Who do we lose? Noah. No.
Lost Noah. Oh no.
You catch in the corner of the room a harpist who's slowly plucking away, gently plucking away, and that the way that this room is shaped, sort of rounded corners instead of edges in the walls, so that the ceilings almost attach organically. The music is able to just resonate throughout this room. And you do see that, like, there's sort of like, as you walk in, split paths. You can go left and go to the spas, you can go right and go into the tavern where the music is playing.
Okay, I go to the spa.
Okay. You go in, you step in, and you actually see a furbolg woman behind a counter. Her hair is perfectly braided back. It's like the color is like a... Do you know what the color periwinkle looks like?
I think so. I can look it up.
It's like a muted bluish. Yeah. She has that color hair. It's perfectly braided, not a hair out of touch. All the way down, it seems to carry down, and she's got a very instead of it's more of like a fawn type facial structure than that of, like, if you think of like Caduceus, like instead of like a cow, it's more of a a fawn.
Right.
And she's very tall, like 7'5". She's very tall. And you notice after a second that she's not standing. She's sitting, and she's taller than you.
Fuck me.
So
Holy
this woman is
fuck.
sitting behind this counter, and she looks up and goes, "Welcome to the Gem Den Spa. How can I help you today?"
Hi. I need a... Do you have private rooms?
Absolutely. It depends.
How
Do you mean private as in just for washing, or for
private
any
spa.
services? Or
Like a private... Like services included, like...
Manicure, pedicure, a bath,
Whole round.
massage, any sort of
Everything.
other...
Yes,
everything? You want the full package?
Everything. Full package.
Now, full package does include intimacy if wanted.
It does?
If wanted.
Yeah.
He's thinking. Been a long time on that
Okay,
wagon,
yeah,
man.
sure.
That was a week.
It's
Okay, yeah.
if wanted. It's part of the package. Would you...
Okay, hold on. Before we get into this,
Mhm.
what would be the total price of this? I need to know.
The full package.
Full package, yes.
About 5 gold.
He just grins, just giant. He's okay. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to choose your service worker? Everyone here is well trained, well groomed. They all take very much so pride in their work. We have
Okay.
anyone identifying by any sort of gender,
Awesome.
both
All right,
conforming and
all right.
non-conforming. You can choose any if you have any preferences in height, in build. You say that you can give her a list, and someone will,
Give her,
So you give her what Valxis's preferences would be.
A female.
Okay, so you
Woman.
give her Valxis's preferences, and she
Yes.
goes, very easily done. Right
That's
this way,
cool.
and she leads you off, and you get like pampered like you haven't been pampered in over a year at this point. like full on 100% dedication to you. And you're actually surprised by the fact that like what being presented to you kind of came off like what? So it's like a bath and brothel. Like you didn't really like, you weren't like it. Instead, the person who was sent with you, well trained at cleaning every part of your body. The massage was to die for, pedicure, manicure, like perfect. She even, because she saw your horns and she sort of like realized like, because your horns are sapphires now.
Yeah.
She
Gorgeous.
went out of her way to shine your horns, which normally your horns couldn't be shiny. They were black, like sort of like bluish black horns that went back. They were very made of like a normal, like a very matte colored material. That's what horns were. Instead, now these sapphire gems are like glowing on your fucking head. Like she has made them look like they've fresh out of a jeweler, needing to look perfect. No fingerprints, no nothing. Like she makes sure you are spotless. And she sends your clothes off to be cleaned, hemmed if they need to be hemmed, all this sort of thing. And you come out of there feeling so good. In fact, you get 5 temporary hit points that you will not lose, even if you long rest. It's once they get used, they get used.
Holy shit. That's great.
Yeah.
Dang, he's tanky.
I mean, 5
I'm
temporary
not-
hit points is not a lot. That's like one hit, maybe.
Oh no. I would have 5 HP once.
Yeah.
You say that now, but once you get hit down to 5 HP, you'll think
Oh
you'll
my
be
god,
thinking
I'll
then,
be
like,
I'll
oh,
be so happy.
5
Yeah,
HP
you
kind of
currently
paid
have 5
off.
temporary hit points. Is there anywhere else you're trying to specifically head currently?
I will after that I will head to the secret place.
Okay, just straight there. Got it. We'll get back to you in a second.
Well, I will do the correct route, of course, to not
What
make
secret place?
sure that I'm tracked by
You're in
anyone.
an alleyway.
You're in an alleyway.
Speaking of which, going to you, Drell and Ben, you guys have moved away from where you were initially sort of, you know, aggressing against this child.
For a library.
You're going to a library?
I want to look for a library.
You start asking around about a library, and you find that you probably won't find one on this side of the city. That like there are establishments that have books, but they're mostly used to throw at each other and not to read.
Okay.
So if you're looking for a library, you'd have to go to the other side. Are you going with him?
I mean, I don't think Ben says anything, but does Drell like acknowledge his presence?
I think at this point, Drell's just kind of on his own mission.
You're just following him then, man.
Then
Unless you're going on your own way.
after a few turns, Ben just kind of stop following, just like kind of stand there.
Okay, and you just see Drell leave. He does come across like man on a mission. Like he's got an intent and he's gonna find a way to get there. But you're left standing sort of in the middle of a road, a couple blocks away from the Church of Yule. You want to think on it for a second while I take Drell to the library?
No, Ben's gonna put his hood up.
Okay.
Split.
And he'll probably make his way to like the town center.
Okay. Are you like the center of a side?
Yeah, like
'Cause
whatever
the way
side
that
I'm
the
on,
city-
kind of like the
Yeah, because the way that the city's
center of, like,
designed,
where things
there is a
happen.
very large, very wide road, cobbled road, that goes straight to the bridge. And there's nothing in that path. The city is quite literally split in half. In the noble
know
side
what?
versus the rowdy side. So you could try to
I'll
find
go
like, the
to the
center
split.
of the rowdy side. You're going to the split. Okay. You go back towards the split, and you see that this is kind of like, this road is wide enough that multiple carts, like 3, 4, 5 wide, could go side by side and be fine. It's just a strip of cobblestone all the way. And you see that this is kind of like how certain individuals who aren't afraid to like interact with the other side sort of do their mingling. They kind of just stand in the street and make sure they're not in the way of carts and other people traveling. Your memory through the last session and doing history checks, you are of the understanding that it's not that the two sides hate each other. It's just that they don't really agree with the other's living style. And there's a healthy sense of respect over, listen, you live your way, we'll live our way. If we need to interact, we'll meet in the middle. And they kind of took that ideology and made it work as a livelihood in this city. So you being in the center, you step out, your hood's up, and you just see different types of people mingling, and people from different sides who, you know, you see a person with, you know, covered in scars and a dusty cloak talking to someone who looks like they couldn't have their belt tighter around their waist and no wrinkles in their shirt, you know? Is there something specific you're looking for here?
Yeah, I think Ben would probably take an interest into, you know, what type of relationship or kind of like business or interaction the two sides are having. So he'll probably just kind of like slowly pace and kind of eavesdrop
what I
a
need
little bit
from
on
you,
some conversations.
What I need from you is 3 separate checks. I need a stealth, I need an insight, and I need a perception.
Sip, sip, sip. Oh.
Okay, so you make sure you're not seen. No one really notices you're listening in on conversations, but what you're met with is more so confusion as to why these two sides are interacting. They seem like polar opposites, and you see that certain individuals, while some things do look like business transactions, it seems like in certain cases there's old friends who live on either side who are just catching up in the middle of the street and happily enjoy their life on their side, but haven't, you know, cut off a friendship, a relationship with the other just because they live different lifestyles. The business deals you see, any sort of like merchant business, is like, it's small things. It's like buying tools for gardening from one side taken to the other, or like none of the carts that are going through are really stopping with like big merchandise. There's no kiosks for markets. It seems like a lot of people, there's even some people who are like curious about what the other side's like. You actually see in the distance there's someone from the rowdy side, a young man who ends up like going into the noble side and seeming very excited, almost like he's about to change his lifestyle. And there's about 2 instances as you know, spend a good amount of time going up and down this strip of cobblestone where you see there are people who have romantic interests who live on the other side of the city, and they're sort of trying to, some of them struggling, fighting for their side and their lifestyle, and you should come over here, and you know, we have it better over here, and I you know, I love you, but I can't go to your side, or like I can't live that way. And other ones where people are accepting of the fact that they're going to be changing their lifestyle and moving somewhere where everything for themselves is going to change. So that's kind of what you gather. Nothing of like crazy importance, mostly just interpersonal relationships between a lot of people from both sides. It's fascinating though. And you catch yourself getting caught up in like individuals and their conversations more than like getting a wider feel based off of the inside check. You don't really notice anything like crazy. While you're doing that, Drell, you cross the cobblestone into the more prim and proper side of the city, the western half, and are directed by multiple people towards a library. You realize, insight check. Just give me an insight check in general.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Perfect. You realize that as you step over into this side of the city, it took you a while to wonder, like, to understand why, but people are giving you a lot more attention and a lot more respect. They're not giving you a lower eye, because they see that you are a sapphire dragonborn, and they are making the assumption that you are of like value and proper like living, and
that's weird,
because you are made of these extremely valuable gemstones and you are shining and like glowing, that you are meant to be on this side of the city. Even if you are a little dusty, they kind of just shove it off as like, oh, he was probably traveling, he hasn't gone to the bathhouse yet. Like you are treated not like you're from the other, like, not like you've been to the other side and have been wandering the desert. You're treated like, oh, you're meant to be here, you're meant to be on this side, you're one of us, which throws you off. And when you have a conversation with someone, they're really like picking up on like the, are you supposed to be okay? The library's that way. And they like direct you towards it. You go to this library.
That's so weird.
And it's actually one of the largest buildings on this side of the city. It's very cathedral-like in design, but has no religion attached to it. Almost like it was a repurposed structure, but filled to the brim with bookshelves. There's ladders that are on wheels that cascade, where you would have to like climb for a significant duration, like maybe 20 feet up in the air on these ladders to get a book off these shelves. There's different sections. They're properly labeled. No book is out of place. Everything is clean. If a book had a cover that had a tear in it, they replaced it. Like, everything in here is as perfect as can be. What are you looking for?
Can I find a person?
Sure.
Or can I just start climbing up a ladder and looking? Actually, I'm gonna start.
It's an open library, but if you're looking for something specific, you can look for aid in searching for what you're like, asking someone to help you find what you're looking for, or you can search for it yourself.
I'm gonna search for it myself. That sounds like way more fun.
Okay. So
what's
what
the
are you?
system that libraries use? The Dewey Decimal System?
Oh,
They have Dewey Decimal.
I'm gonna go look for
Decimal.
the fucking cards.
You're
in
looking for
drawers.
the wheel. Okay. Oh, the cards in the drawers, or you're looking for one of the wheels?
Either one, dude.
You actually see that there's like stations that have these lock boxes. Look like each one of them is the size of one of those mailboxes in an apartment complex.
Jeez.
But instead of like lock boxes to open and get your mail, they're pull-out drawers that have just like that. You pull them out and they're like the length of your arm, and you pull out all the way, and you have to like file through to get to where you're looking for. There are some they set it up two ways for ease of access. There's by letter, if you know the exact book you're looking for. Then there's by genre, if you're looking for a specific type of book.
Genre.
Okay, what are you looking for? Give me. I'm gonna need an investigation check, but I need to know what you're looking for.
Like history on gods, you know? Like, has this ever happened before?
Sure.
Like
you go over to like a religious nonfiction section.
Books of knowledge.
And you open this thing up, and you're seeing like, you're like, okay, so I'm at the right genre, but the letters are at the other, like, I'd have to go to the other thing to get to H for history.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, fuck it. And you just start going through. It's going to take you like upwards of like 25, 30 minutes to find like, okay, this one. And you pull out a card, and it directs you where to go. Not only does it direct you where to go, like this card itself is almost like a compass that points where you're looking. Like what you're looking for. So you pull out this card, and the text is glowing, and there's an arrow underneath the text of the name of the book that is pointing in a direction.
Oh, thank God. Now I really can't mess this one up.
So you follow the arrow, and it takes you over to a bookshelf, and you hold up the card, and you see that the arrow, it's interesting, it's on a two-dimensional space. It doesn't break out of two-dimensional space, but what it does is when you hold it down, like when you hold the paper in front of you down, it squishes to basically point up, like to be like, you need to go up. So you climb the ladder, and as you're getting closer, you see it slowly unsquish until it gets to like, okay, you're on the right level. And then you like, it's like, it puts a number, like how many books in. And you easily at this point find it, and you're like, you pull this book out, and it is like thick, like I'm talking like thick book, but not dusty and old. It's like as clean as can be. You pull this book out, you take it down, you sit down at a table, and you plop it down, and the title you understand that it's a history of deification, of ascensions, descensions.
That's the one.
The lives and deaths of gods, the history of certain deities as they've been written by their followers. As much as it is nonfiction, you can't tell how much is like 100% accurate information or just the ramblings of a follower. But if you're looking for specifically like has the death of a god happened before?
Yeah.
That's
the ticket.
I need you to make a flat intelligence check for me. This is going to determine how much Drell would know about a book. A 13?
I've been pressed with Drell.
That's fine.
It's doable.
With
it's
a 13, you do know that every book you've ever picked up before that had like major significance, you were like, I don't read like regularly, like I don't read whole books, but I do remember if I'm looking for something, I can just go to the back and it'll tell me what page it's on. So you flip to the back of the book and you're just scrolling until you find the word death. And you see that it's on like 30 different pages in this book right now. Is like the topic of death.
Oh shit! I take out my pen and paper and I write down the 30 pages. And I eventually go through them all.
You don't even need to take out a pen and a paper. You see at the table in front of you is a feather next to a closed ink cap and these little like index cards.
It's like they're ready for me. It's like this place is so much more sophisticated and modern than I expected.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It's magical, man. It's prim, proper, and magical.
This is like a proper library. I didn't expect this.
Yeah. So you start flipping through the pages you're seeing. A lot of the first pages you find it's not the death of a god. You're finding gods of death, like whose domains are death.
No,
you actually see on one of the pages a full-on breakdown of Grython. Grython, you remember being the god of life and death who was in the Dark Tree Wood, the giant black tree that bled, where people would bury their dead in hopes that he would ferry them to a better life. You actually find a full-on fucking page about him, his depictions, all this stuff about him.
That's cool.
And you're like, yeah, whatever, and you flip past it. Until you find that there has been the death of a god before.
Oh.
And the last time a god was killed that has been documented was when was during the ascension of another god. The ascension of one became the death of another. You read that in hold on, I gotta make sure I have this written down correctly. 1 second. This is one of those things where I don't want to give you incorrect information off the top of my head when I have it written down somewhere.
Well, let's go. I'm getting full lore that I'm not gonna write down because I'm Drell.
Right. Okay. So in the city of sorry, my bad. In the continent of Craghale, which is, from what you understand, it's a giant gray barren wasteland, right? In the country of Calcosis, there's a city called Glowrain. And every year, there's a gladiatorial tournament that's held to decide who's considered the champion of the gray. This tournament happens every year. It's always to the death. The combatants go knowing they're either going to win and become the champion or they are going to die. It is a giant event. People come to watch. Everyone travels around the world. People make bets. It's this whole massive event. It's like a worldwide event to go become a champion of the gray or watch who the next champion of the gray will be. A lot of the times, the same champion wins multiple years in a row. On one occasion, and this happened a couple hundred years ago, there was one champion who won for a decade straight. And on his 10th tournament, his 10th year, his name was Breathic Gray. He defeated his opponent, and this was hundreds of years even prior to him, the founder of the tournament, the first person who ever won the tournament, had ascended to godhood. And he came down because Breathic had decided, or had basically said, like, no one can beat me. I'm better than the god of this tournament himself. And so he came down to the mortal plane to challenge Breathic Grey to combat. Which you would think would be an unbelievably unfair competition, as one is a god and worshipped around the world as the champion of the Grey. Like the person who could not be beat. And Breathic defeated him in combat. And upon his defeat, he begged Breathic for his life. And Breathic kind of gave him a rules type sort of knockdown before he decapitated him.
It's fucking metal.
That's fucking
left his
holy
head
fuck.
and left his head on the ground. And
fucking go.
you read that from a, like, there's a bunch of different like pieces of like eyewitnesses, people who were there, who say that like after this former deity fell, and he's not named in here, there's no name of who this deity was. It's not named. You find that like everyone who was there who worshipped this deity felt that only a god could defeat a god. And they started worshipping Breathic Grey to the point where he ascended and is now the like sort of ruling god of the tournament, of combat, of sport, of fighting. Breathic Grey is a god, and he is considered the Grey god. Like, that's what they call him, or the god of the Grey. And he sort of, like, everyone does this tournament in his name because he's the one who killed a god of the previous tournament and turned it into his. And he ascended, but that god died, and everyone, like, the world was there to watch it happen. But you start scrubbing through trying to find, like, okay, well, what were the consequences? Was he really dead? There's been no sight of him since. He was killed. But there were no consequences because everyone who worshipped him was there in the first place. And they all switched their loyalties to the new god of the arena, the new god of sport. There was no consequences because there were no consequences to be had. No changes to be made.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Are you going to look for more deaths of gods?
Yeah, I'm going to dig a little bit more into it. And then I have one more topic, probably in the same book.
Okay. Are you looking specifically for consequences of the death of a god?
I'm looking for consequences, like how it could be justified, how, like...
You're really struggling to find anything about justification. No one can justify the death of a god unless they were evil. And deemed evil by most of the world. And most of the times, a lot of what you're seeing is it's always like inter-deity quarrel, right? A god will die when another god feuds with him and they fight. A god or a goddess. They will fight with each other. It's very rare that a mortal takes down a god.
True.
There's a lot of you're finding a lot of instances in which there are higher deities who have underlings who are considered lesser deities who sort of like rule over the same domain, and their like insubordination led to them being like deemed unworthy, and they either get sent down and they become mortal and they lose their godhood, which no one really writes down the consequences, but you say, like, you can see in certain paragraphs, like, clerics mourned, they weren't able to save people they were in the middle of saving. It's kind of like if your magic was ripped away from you in the middle of you doing something important.
Yeah, that seems to be what's going on here.
Yeah.
Flip.
Yeah. It seems pretty good. What do you got? What's the next topic?
Like, Drell's not necessarily looking to ascend himself, but just like...
How do people ascend?
Or like replacement of gods.
Usually the one who does the killing does it in a public fashion, or is announced that they are the killer, and deems that, like, tries to fight to convince the world, or those who were followers of the previous, that what they did was for the betterment of society and that you will be better for them than who they were previously worshiping, in hopes that someone worships you. But the only way that people ascend is through the belief that they are deities by a massive amount of people. Their power grows into their immortality and godhood based off of the sheer worship that they have from people around them. And not even people around them, people around the world. Roll me... one more investigation check.
You know I'm great at those, right?
Yeah. Roll me D100.
Oh, Jesus.
If it's the upper 50, you get it. If it's lower than 50, you don't. Okay. You don't notice anything.
Oh, God, okay. I'm gonna pick up the book and... Oh, wait, ooh, How big's this book?
It's a big book.
It's a big book?
It's a big book.
Could I fit it into my fanny pack, though?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put it in my fanny
Sleight of
pack.
hand. As far as you were aware, no one saw you take that book.
Cool, and then I'm gonna go up to the front desk before I leave.
Okay, you go up to the front desk. You see an old gentleman. Kind of, it's almost like unreal that this it's a human man is still alive with how old he looks, and he just like looks up at you and does that like really old like lip smack thing where he's like, "Did you find everything you're looking for?"
I take out the big book from my fanny pack. I did.
Oh.
So, is it possible I could borrow this book?
Yeah, well, you have to put money down, and when you bring it back, you get your money back.
How much?
5 silver.
Okay.
And he like holds out like a shaky old hand to like take the 5 silver from you.
Yep, I give him the 5 silver.
He takes it and like slowly closes his hand, pulls his hand
Thanks.
back.
Thank you so much, and I put it back in my
You're
fanny pack,
welcome.
and I leave.
Farewell.
Y'all thought I was gonna steal that fucking book, huh?
Yeah. You were just like, oh, I don't want to carry it to the front desk. Okay. Jin. None of your companions have showed up at the front of this dock, like at the riverside of this city. You've kind of just been waiting outside, watching, like doing people watching, and you're like, it like dawns on you, like, why would anyone else come over here?
Yeah.
Like we didn't say this was a meeting spot. We didn't say like,
yeah, I just
why would
told him I
anyone else
wanted
be
new
here?
clothes. Yeah, why would?
You didn't tell anyone besides Aphelion.
Yeah. Oh shit. I told no one, but
Yeah.
Where do I even start? What? Maybe I go to like an inn.
Yeah, you want to look for an inn?
Yeah, Jin's gonna walk back into the store because he probably was just like wandering up and down the street, and then probably would end up back at the store.
Okay.
Hey, do you know where like a pretty decent inn is around here?
Well, you're looking for this side or the other side?
This side, I think.
This side, the Keel Hall. No better place than the Keel Hall. You go on down to the Keel Hall. It's just down the road, actually. We keep everything on the riverside. You'll see a giant anchor sitting on the roof.
Keel Hall.
Yeah.
Okay, anchor. All right.
Watch out, though. A lot of thrown cups.
Oh, I've thrown cups? Why?
Because people fight.
Oh.
It's fun. It's lighthearted.
Yeah, no,
You look like you could hold yourself in a fight. Have fun.
Okay, all right. Yeah, for the jacket, can you make it like And then Jin pretty much just explains like the similar jacket to like what Squall wears.
Oh my god, I knew this was coming.
Hold on.
Homie's gonna get a gun blade.
How'd you know?
Catch me looking up fucking Squall. What?
Squall from Final Fantasy. He's got that cool like mid-riff jacket.
Final Fantasy 8, bro.
Yeah.
And he's
hold on.
got the
fucking edgy fuck. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just classy enough.
But you want the fur to be red?
Mid-riff.
Figure out how you can work on the red. Maybe red buttons or something to keep it together. I don't know. Something to accent it.
He looks at you and goes, I mean, that'll keep your chest warm. Maybe your arms. Not sure about your lower torso, though.
I need to get some better clothes.
That is better. If
Sure.
Jin just wears around like
so you
this
go. He
random shit he
like
has.
reaches over the counter, pulls out the book, scribbles it all down, puts it back, and you head off towards Keel Hall.
All right.
Are you going in?
Jin will march in.
This is the definition of that. You know the SpongeBob
Salty
episode, the
spittoon.
salty spittoon. This is the How Tafaria bar
Yeah,
where like you walk in and it's loud and like in the corner you just see like dudes beating the shit out of each other. Like
Holy
everyone's just like
shit.
rowdy. Drinks are being like thrown everywhere. You see like a table sort of like in the middle of the room, just like a group of people. There's two dwarven women, two dwarven men, and a Goliath just go "Hi-ya!" and chug beers. Like they're just, dude, it's a fucking party in here, like a frat party. Like there's no breaks, and there's a single surprise, like for this side of the city, surprisingly like really well kept elven woman as the bartender.
Hey, you seen any like tieflings come in here?
Tieflings? No, I have not.
Shit, shit. Okay, you see like a sapphire dragonborn?
No.
Shit.
What color?
What about like
tiefling?
like blue?
She like looks around the room and goes, "No, there is a
And he's got
gray one
wings.
over there.
So he's got wings. He's blue with wings.
Wings? No.
Yeah. Okay.
Very rare that
fuck.
winged folk come in here.
Where do you have winged folk come around here?
Again, it's very rare.
Rare.
Mostly not tieflings, though.
Okay.
Tieflings,
Shit.
especially, well, most tieflings don't have wings, and most tieflings aren't blue unless they're from the Empire.
Yep.
It's blue sapphire dragonborn. I've not seen a sapphire dragonborn in my life. I have seen an amethyst one.
Amethyst.
She was gorgeous.
What's that?
She beat the shit out of everyone.
What the? What's amethyst though?
You don't know what an amethyst is?
No.
She has like a furrowed brow, and then she like shakes her head, and you see her like go, hold on one sec. And she goes into like a back room, and she comes back with a pouch, and she like opens the pouch and starts digging in and pulls out this purple sort of like faded gem and goes, "This is an amethyst."
Oh, that's nice. That's a cool color.
It is, especially when held up to the light. And she holds it up, and you see it like sort of like the light hits it in a certain way, and it kind of bathes part of the room in that purple color.
I wonder if I hold Drell up to light, he'll do that.
The fuck?
She goes,
It's a crystal
don't know what,
ball.
she goes, I don't know what kind of gemstone a drill is, but I would assume.
He's my friend.
Right, the Sapphire Dragonborn. Okay.
Right.
Not
Okay,
sure.
is there another inn? Then I'm trying to find them,
this
and
side?
we've been separated.
There's
yeah.
many. But this is the most popular, if I do say so myself.
Okay, I gotta think. What would Valxis do? Or
Valxis Winterlight.
yes, you know him. Has he been here?
I know of him. He was. It's said that he's performing a tour throughout the Dythronian Kingdom. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm his bodyguard, and I'm not.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm not daunting his body.
not guarding his body. I know.
But she goes.
I have a
"Okay,
new jacket coming for me, so
That must be really special for you. A new
It is.
jacket. I'm proud.
I know.
of
As
you.
Jin says that, he holds his arms up. He's got like dingy ass clothes. Yep.
I'm very proud of you getting a new jacket.
Thank you.
And
So
I hope that the great bodyguard of Valxis Winterlight finds who he is looking for.
okay, so if there
she
was
doesn't
like
believe you.
was there like a nice inn, like a bougie, like
Not on
fancy,
this
I guess?
side.
I gotta go to the other side, don't I?
Probably. My brother runs the gem den over there.
The gem den?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Where is
you
that
were
over
in the
there?
town now. That's the inn/spa that Valxis went to.
It was the spot.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about AJ. Is AJ writing it down right now? I'm like, homie, I said it
No.
earlier.
I only write down stuff that Ben knows.
Okay.
All right. You seem like a nice person, so I'm just gonna go where your family is at and go over to that one. Where is that? I just
I'm
gotta walk.
glad you think I'm a nice person.
Bro, what the fuck?
What is
What side
happening?
of town did you stumble into?
I know
Jesus?
this is yeah.
You basically walked. So for context, make an insight
he's-
check. Insight check.
Oh, you know shit.
You
Oh,
have
jeez.
this woman is being so upfront with you, and she's
Yeah.
just
Alright.
she's treating you with respect, and that's great, dude. She's really nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Where is that inn located on the other side?
I'm assuming you ask around, you'll find it. I can't. Do you want me to draw you a
Right.
map? Do you need a map?
No.
I
no.
can give you a map.
Is that gonna cost money?
Do you have money?
I got 5 copper.
Don't worry about it. I'll get you a map. And she walks away and goes in another room. And she comes back out with this dirty piece of parchment where she has just like sort of mapped out the city in like basic ink. It's very shoddy, but it kind of gives you like a you are here and then arrows that point to exactly where you need to go to get to the gem den. And she goes,
Perfect.
Now, here you go, honey. You'll be okay. If you get lost, just ask for help.
Okay, Jin slides over 1 copper.
No, please, I couldn't. You
all right,
need it more
if
than
you
I do.
insist. Yeah.
He goes, alright, if you insist.
Jin walks out with the map.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Well, good thing I said I only had 5 copper. I have 2 gold.
You hear from the doorway, what was that?
He throws his hand up and walks off. He's gonna make his way towards the gem den.
Sure. I'd say you show up there as Valxis is like coming out, squeaky clean, clothes fresh, smelling of lavender. You sort of step in as he's like at the counter, like doing the last little cracks of his neck, and like,
Oh, that was amazing.
dude is positively shining.
What the fuck? How did you end up over here?
Jin, oh, hi.
Why are you? You didn't even come to look for me after we split up.
I was going to come look for you.
It's okay. I went to get a new jacket, but then I started looking for
sweet.
people. But it seems like it wasn't
I don't know
the
whether that's
most rush for you.
Um,
Are you with the
that's-
others, or
no, I have no idea where they are.
how long have you been here? You're like,
It's been like an hour minimum. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That you were just being like full manicure, full
Pampered.
pedicure,
Oh,
pampered to the
beautiful.
moons. I'd say maybe an hour and a half because you took some extra service.
Mm-hmm. All right.
you seem like
I
glowing,
know.
like you've had some.
They have so there's a spa. They have a full routine. And I just had them do that.
Full routine, like
Yeah. It was about an hour and a half. It was amazing. It was absolutely fantastic.
To Jin, is that normally how long massages go for? Or
Well,
does
I
he
mean,
know
like
it's
a massage is usually like 20 minutes, maybe. If you're gonna take a bath, it'd be like a 10-minute bath. You kind of use spas to bathe and get the fuck out. So that's that's some like rich person snooty shit is what you're hearing.
Yeah.
You're like an hour and a fucking half.
What the fuck happens in an hour and a half?
A lot of stuff happens in an hour and a half.
Why are you so fucking giggly? We gotta go find the rest of them. I lost a Philion. And we also gotta
Right.
find Drell and Ben.
Right.
Hey, how are we getting out of here? How long are we staying here for?
Well.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry, Valxis, you left the spa, didn't you?
Yeah, I was leaving to go somewhere else. I don't
Yeah.
care. This is fine.
I'm gonna
if you
say
didn't
I'm gonna
want
say
to
I'm
do
gonna
it.
say you were getting ready to head up there when Jin shows up because I'm trying to keep you guys all doing stuff at the same time, and this
Yeah.
that pampering would have taken a while. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna say that you show up right as Valxis is like getting ready to go north. So
Yeah. So I'm about to leave. Okay, cool.
You going
and go to
somewhere?
the secret place.
I was. I saw. I flew over here whenever Ben cast whatever he cast, and
Yeah, that.
I sort of wanted to just get the fuck out. I thought that would be the best place to cool.
Yeah, a good idea after
Yeah.
after we
we caused a giant cahoot in the
And then
fucking
Drell threatened a child.
Yeah, that. Yeah. Anyway,
It seems normal now that I'm hearing about this like whole side thing. Just seems like another day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we probably actually could have got away with it.
probably. I don't know that. Anyway, I figured that I also needed to just take a break for a little bit, so I went and sat in the Zen garden. Turns out that doesn't work. It's a load of bull. And then I came and
You just don't
took
know
a
how to
spot.
meditate yet. Trust me.
From
you can
what I've
see some
seen you
shit.
meditate, I don't think I want you to teach me.
I don't even know if I'm a good teacher either, but it can take you places.
Or I can spend 5 gold and have someone else take me places.
What?
Oh my god.
That's what you spent doing?
Yeah.
Like the last half hour.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you want to go? Like, I can
No.
sell you 5 gold.
No.
I
What?
probably do owe you money.
Do you know what's crazy is
Just-
Jin, make a wisdom check for me.
Okay.
Just a wisdom check, not a save or anything.
Okay.
You make the correlation that he spent about as much for the last hour and a half spa day as you did on your entire jacket to have it be rushed for a day instead of a week.
Are we leaving soon?
Depends. We can. It's not. I mean, we can just cross the bridge. I was gonna see if I could get in contact with my family.
Okay. Yeah, let's go do
somehow.
that. Yeah.
I mean, we probably have someone down here that we know. It's a border
Yeah.
city. Of course we do.
And then we gotta find Ben and Drell, and then tomorrow
Right.
morning I gotta go get my new jacket.
Okay. So we should probably find Ben and Drell first because that's probably gonna take the longest.
Okay.
Out of
Where
all
would
of
they
this.
go?
It's a good point.
Because I just started knocking down inns, and I went to this one place, and she was really nice. She drew me this map, and he flips around the map. Drew me it, told me to get here. I guess her brother or somebody in her family runs this one.
Okay.
You take a peek around the corner and you realize that like the Furbolg was on the spa side, but as you look over
Yeah,
on the tavern side, there is a male elf who Jin to you looks identical to
Yeah.
the woman on the other.
Bingo,
you know,
that guy.
Just
Yep.
totally.
So,
Right.
unless Ben and Drell went to an inn, I don't really know where, but we could go do your thing first and get that out of the way, and then.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is this is gonna be a weird situation where I'm gonna have Jin, Valxis, and Drell all roll D100s. Jin and Valxis are doing like an advantage thing. If you guys are within 20 of each other, you'll bump into each other on the way out.
Oh my god. Oh my
Bro,
god.
this is gonna be a Seinfeld episode.
Oh, wait.
No. You have
didn't
to
roll
do
right, you
one
didn't roll right.
D100.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a no
Okay.
for the Jin.
Damn.
You guys do not bump
fuck.
into each other. Drell, I don't know where you're headed, but Valxis and Jin think Ben and actually Ben, roll me one as well.
A D100?
Yeah. And it's the same thing, the 44 and the 18. If you're within 20 of either of those, okay. You guys start to head towards the rowdy side of things. And you like accidentally run into the back of Ben, who just looks like a hooded individual.
So yeah,
Who does it? Who?
It would be Jin because you got the 44.
So yeah, we got this new jacket. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be like a midriff thing
Mm.
and red buttons, maybe like red
Oh.
collars, and like this. It's gonna be sick. I think it's gonna be better than my. And then just
And then he
runs
bumps
into
into the back of
yeah,
Ben.
just like he's looking over the side.
And Ben's got his hood up in
Jin.
like stealth mode, but yeah.
You're supposed to be looking where you're supposed to go.
Sorry.
Turn around.
Jin like
He turns around and it's Ben!
What the fuck?
Also, Ben knows that Drell was looking for a library. He just stopped following him as he was asking
Why are you
people
looking
questions,
like...
Just so you're all aware.
Can I just slap Ben as soon as I recognize him?
Sure.
Why do you look like a villain right now, Ben?
A surprised unarmed strike. So you can make your attack.
Critical hit.
It's an unarmed
It's a critical
strike.
hit.
No, because he's not incapacitated
down.
in any capacity. He's not whatever. It's advantage. You have advantage on an unarmed strike. Against
What
Ben's
strength do you have,
AC.
though?
He just gets jump scared.
Yeah, he does 0 damage.
Yeah.
Do 0 damage.
But
hey,
it's just a matter of if you hit him.
Yeah, I know. I
No,
know.
dude, roll on and just gets us to nat 20.
Yeah.
It's not going to do damage, but it'll make it sting more. A 19. Ben turns around. You see him and just fucking Ben. Just
What the hell
Whoa.
are you thinking?
I'll go invisible.
I want to grab. I want to grab what he just was.
You're gonna. It's a disadvantage grapple
know.
check.
Everyone needs to roll for initiative.
No. So grapple check is just a strength check at disadvantage, and then Ben, you're gonna make either an athletics or an acrobatics check to have it miss.
Athletics or strength?
You're doing strength. He's
Okay.
doing athletics or you're doing athletics. He's doing athletics or acrobatics. You fucking. He just like he goes invisible and you go hit and you go to grab and he's like gone.
Ben, fuck. Ben,
Now
I'll
what?
just kind of like stumble backwards and like
I'm
hold his cheek.
I'm fucking sorry, Ben. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have hit you. That's my bad.
I'd like to
We're-
roll
it's-
insight.
Okay, go ahead. Is
If
this
he
a,
meant
is this
it.
are you lying? If you're lying, you're rolling a deception check. If you
He's
don't
lying.
actually feel sorry, then
lying.
you're rolling a deception check.
He's lying.
Go ahead. Why? It's not advantage at this point. 'cause
I know,
he's
it's
not a fan.
automatically
11.
It's automatically 11.
So,
There.
Ben, you do not sense remorse.
Yeah. Look, you did some stuff that I feel was kind of stressful and not needed for what was happening. So I'm sorry.
Ben, your insight is making it, you don't sense remorse, but you do sense honesty. He doesn't feel bad, but he is like, yeah, you did some fucked up shit and it bothered me. And that comes off as honest.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up.
Right now, you two are just talking to air.
Well, I'm hoping that he's just in front of me still to just
Yeah,
run
you
away.
hope.
So where's Drell? Because we gotta,
We do need to find him.
gotta find Drell. Then we gotta find Aphelion. He's kind of missing. Then we gotta find a way up north.
Have you seen Drell? Did you run away with him after your smoke?
Still
I
don't
don't.
think
He
he's
could.
there.
Who knows if he's in front of us? He could be
I
gone.
don't know. So that's why I'm just gonna hold this position and talk in this
Can
direction.
I
and hope he's
selectively
still
make
here.
parts of my body not invisible?
Make.
I know it's not.
Hold on,
written,
no,
but-
hold on. Is your invisibility a feature, not a spell?
The one that I just used was a feature.
Okay.
I think it is. Yeah, I think I only have it from a feature.
Roll me an Arcana check. Yeah?
Okay.
I pulled down the hood.
He pulls down an invisible hood, almost like he's wearing an invisible cloak, and it's now just a floating head.
What the?
I'm still like
That's
holding my
cool.
cheek.
Is your hand visible?
Maybe
if your
it's
hand
like
is not visible,
The imprint is
then
visible.
instead
Yeah.
your hand is acting like a green screen where wherever your hand is, they
think
can
so.
see through you.
What?
So
the
if you're doing this
fuck?
right now, you guys see his face with just an outline of a hand showing through him.
What the fuck?
That's cool.
You actually see there's like this halfling child like 10 feet away. It's just like,
Do
and
I
his
notice?
mom comes running up, is like, what's going? We need to go, and then they just run. Like the two of them just go sprinting through the street.
Yeah. Hey, maybe
I'm assuming I noticed that.
Yeah,
I think you're
yeah.
starting to scare people, man.
I'll drop it, but it'll look like it's like an octopus fading.
Okay.
Who
like
went
a
to
gecko
some
coming out of
library.
camouflage. It's just like fades off his body.
Fades down, yeah.
You see his hand slowly, like from fingernails, starts to like recorporate.
So he went to a library. Huh. Never really thought Drell would be a reader.
Isn't this the second time Drell's gone to a library? Or was the first time it was Ben and Jin? It was Ben and someone. Ben and Aphelion, maybe? You guys went to a library,
Yeah.
and I was just
Ben
like,
and Aphelion.
fucking end me.
I do have just a few more questions about the separation.
The separation?
Yeah, like where people are meeting in the center.
Okay,
The split.
sure.
Does it seem, from what I've like been able to tell, that like each part is completely self-sufficient?
No, there's it's like a lot of the I mean, there's gardens and stuff on the western side. There's really no sustainable like farmland or anything on the eastern side, but there's a lot of merchandise trading. You also recognize through your like the hour or something you spent here, multiple figures who seem to be dressed in like the same sort of uniform, a very like crimson red with a grayscale embroidery, and an insignia that you would remember as well as Valxis, if he's looking around, are members of the Northern Dithronian Trade Company. And this is a hub for trade, so their ability to be self-sufficient is through trade. You don't know what their export is because this central area is mostly just travel space. It's not where people are doing their business. So every once in a while a cart will pass where you see grain or hay, or another one with like a horse sort of, or like a livestock carriage behind it, sort of like the way that a truck could pull a livestock trailer in real life. It's like that with a cart, that sort of thing, in, out, across the river, from the river.
With that information,
Okay.
and what Ben might have known or whatever it is of the city before, what understanding does he have that, like, if one were to fail, for lack of better words,
The other could survive.
what would happen to the other?
From what you're seeing right now, they don't need each other to survive. They do their business. The Northern Dithronian Trade Company does business across both sides. Like I said, they're the only organization that exists across both sides, and that if one side were to fail and crumble, you would just think that all the business would be done on the other side.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So what library? Or did you see what library?
No, yeah, he was heading west, though.
Hey Ben,
West.
in this moment,
Mm-hmm.
make a history check.
I keep on looking at my actual dice, then I realize.
Okay.
I don't have any recalls, by the way.
I know.
Shit. West.
I'm trying to give you more checks so you can't just recall every single every single time.
You just want to go find Drell? I mean, West is kind of... I guess we'll see a library if we see it, but I know Valxis wants to go speak to somebody to see if we can get some kind of way up north.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone around here? I mean, I'm
Not
lost.
personally, no. Not that I
Alright,
know
let's,
of.
let's go find the library then.
Okay, make an investigation check. Either both, two of you can make them, or one person can. At advantage.
I'll roll.
I realized your party is not filled with any intelligence-based characters, but
yeah,
you'll get
no,
there.
we are
Yep.
dumb. I'll do it. Someone wants to help me.
I can help you.
Yeah, I'll help you, man.
You're not there. You're in a library.
Homie's in a
No,
library. Like, no,
outside
I'll
of the
help you, dog.
library.
I'll help you, dog.
Okay, 13. Is it doable? We don't know.
13. It just takes you a little bit. Probably a good 20 minutes of like wandering before you're like, we're just gonna stop someone. Where's the library? And they're like, that big fucking building over there. And you're like,
Thank
fucking
you.
whatever, dog. Like, and you just go seek it out. You guys would find the library. I'd say as Drell is walking out, coincidentally. Magic D&D timing.
Yes! He's here.
Shoot, I wanted to hit the gem den.
What?
What?
Hit the gem den. Wait, how did you hear about the gem den?
What?
How did Drell hear about the gem den?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
I was gonna meta my way around.
Oh.
Do
You want to go find the gem den?
yeah.
You see your friends. Do you want to stealth away? You're
Yeah.
triple their speed.
yeah.
Actually?
You,
Okay. Okay. Are you just going to sprint or do you want to stealth?
What is stealth?
Okay, roll me a stealth check. Okay, I need everyone else to roll perception checks. Ben,
Okay.
Vaxis, Jim.
Fucking God.
I'm gonna be like, those my friends. Dip.
Okay.
Well,
Only
Ben,
Ben
ben,
does the same.
Ben sees you. The other two go like, wait, isn't that Drell? And then like a woman walks in front of you with like a basket of laundry and is like in your way,
That's
and you're like
always the
trying to see
laundry.
past her. And he just like fucking like ducks out of the way, and like to you two he disappears. Ben sees like a glimpse of his tail, like swinging
have
as
a
he runs
tail.
away.
Oh, I have a tail now. That's right.
Yeah, you have a tail now. Sapphire tail.
Oh, geez.
I thought I saw him. I guess not.
Ben won't say anything.
That was just
I feel like a dragon, a sapphire dragonborn would be a lot easier to spot.
Wait, hold on. Ben's
in a
pointing.
city.
Ben points him out, and because Ben points him out, you guys can see him. He is full on sprinting the fuck away. Like
If he's sprinting away, just all right.
you're not
fly.
you,
Go.
Yeah, you can't catch him.
Okay, I'll still keep tabs on him.
That's sure. So Drell, your max speed at this point, without Step of the Wind, is
Step of the wind. The boots. The boots.
yeah, you have the boots too. Well, because the boots of speed. Are you using your bonus action to click them together?
Oh hell yeah.
So you're doubled speed. So you have an 80 foot speed per movement action, and if you Step of the Wind, bonus action. So you're minimum moving 160 feet per turn. Valxis can move 60. So you're moving 100 feet per turn faster than him. For like, how long does this last? 10 minutes. So you're just fucking like, dude. Dexterity saving throw, first of all.
Yeah.
Because you were running so fast through a city. You're
Oh,
good, dude.
Oh my
like,
fucking God.
Valxis, you fly up into the air after he's pointed out by Ben, and you see him fucking. He looks up at you, clicks his heels together like I fucking wish I was home, and then just fucking goes. And you see him. It's like a masterclass in like dodging and acrobatics as he's like moving out of the way of people while keeping his momentum and then sliding underneath someone else's legs without making them drop something, and he's fucking gone. Are you using any Step of the Winds?
Ooh. Oh, that'll get me in the clear, so I could definitely take a bath.
How many do you want to use?
Oh, jeez, with a question like that.
Because it's every 6 seconds you can move an additional 80 feet.
Y'all are gonna fucking hate me.
Do it if you want to do it.
Nah,
do it.
I won't use
Okay,
that. I won't use
still moving 100 feet faster than Valxis per 6 seconds. Like, dude,
I just go higher in the air just so I can
300
see him
feet is
further.
a football field. In about 18 seconds, you get a football field away from him.
That's really fast.
That's so
That's
fast.
like almost Olympic speed.
You're gone. You're
Oh.
gone. Like, you sprint away. Valxis, you're trying to go higher to see him, but as he's getting farther, the whole, like, diagonal view thing, you're starting to lose him.
Awful.
Can,
Yeah.
can I just like make some like zigs down alleys and shit?
Sure. Make an acrobatics check.
Easy.
You're gone.
You see?
Like you're gone.
I'm not done. I'm not done.
Okay, are you going to the gem den?
I'm gonna have to ask around for
Yeah,
it.
but you get to a point where you know sufficiently, no one knows where you are.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
then I'm gonna start asking. I'm gonna catch my
You
breath
get
and be
you
like,
get led there pretty fast, and they're like, there's like one guy comes up to you and goes, "Hey, are you okay? You seem like you're running from something. Like, are you something chasing you?"
no, it's
Are
just
you
my
good?
friends. It's just my friends.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The boots did a lot of the work. You take like think you should be out of breath. You take a few deep inhales, and you're like, "Oh, I'm good."
Oh my god.
Like you're not out of breath, dude. You're fine. But yeah, you he okay. If you need any help, let me know. It kind of seems like you're running from someone.
Yeah, no, it's just my friends. I'm not done exploring yet.
Okay. So, okay, I guess you'll be on your way. Have a good one.
Whoa, wait, did he tell me where the gem den was?
Did you ask?
Oh shit! Hey, wait, man, hang on, real quick.
Yeah. What's up?
Do you know where the gem den is?
Oh yeah, a couple blocks down the way. What street are we on? If you go a couple blocks down, I'm gonna say a couple because I mean two, and then you take one block to the south, you'll be there.
Gone.
Yeah. You're still in that 10 minutes. You're fucking zooming. He's like,
I know I am.
wow. And you go off to the gem den. You show up at the gem den. You notice something new about yourself. Actually, you don't make a perception check first to determine whether you know something new about yourself.
I'm like, bro, this sounds like fun. I can do this.
Nope.
No, I don't.
You don't notice. Go ahead. You walk into the gem den. There's the two split sides, the tavern and the spa.
Huh, maybe they would have came here.
There's no fucking way after seeing your friends and running away that you're sitting here having Drell played as like, oh, maybe my friends are here right now.
No. I'm gonna go take a bath. I'm gonna go pull a Valxis.
Okay. You get the same line of questioning that Valxis did. Like, are you going for full service? Are you...
Can we just make this quick?
The Furbolg woman goes, yes, if you just want a basic wash, that's, yeah, very easy.
Yeah.
Is that just a basic wash? That's what you're going for?
Yeah.
No pedicure, manicure, massage, and or additional services?
What's the additional?
Well, you could spend some time with a partner if you'd like.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Do you want the massage, the pedicure, the manicure, or just a
No.
bath? Just a bath?
Just yes.
Do you want someone else to clean you, or do you want to clean yourself?
Does it change the price?
Yes, it is a service to have someone, properly clean you. It would go from 5 silver to 7.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Will that be quicker, do you think?
Well, it would be more thorough.
Okay, fine.
We could make your
Sure.
whole body shine.
All right. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, true.
Forgets for a
He
second that,
he forgets he's a dragonborn. So yeah, you put
Oh, right.
7 silver. She sends you off, and there's this. You get thoroughly washed and shined. Like they use like certain like oils to make all of your like you look at yourself and you're like, man, I could sell myself for a lot of gold. Like it's
Bro.
wild to you that you're made out of sapphire now.
How much do you think I'm worth?
Are you asking the random person that's washing you?
Yeah, the random person.
Say you were able to choose any race and gender to bathe you, because they gave you an option. What would you have chosen? This is determining the voice I'm going to use.
There's probably like another orc.
Another orc. You're not even an orc.
What?
You're not an orc.
Remember your
You're a
dragon?
dragonborn? That's what I said.
Oh, I probably wouldn't have cared. I probably just.
Oh,
would've
okay,
been like,
so you got an orc.
sure.
Okay, yeah. Man or woman?
Woman, I guess.
Okay. She goes, are you worth? I mean, 1 sapphire could be worth 500 gold, so I'm assuming if your entire body is your weight in sapphire, you'd probably be worth tens of thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of gold.
Wow.
But I mean, you are a person. You're talking about selling a person. As she's like scrubbing into your fucking sapphire, like trying to get around edges and stuff. Like,
Huh.
If you chip a piece off, does it grow back?
I don't know. You're gonna have to find out.
I don't know.
Why? I think my toenails
If he
would grow
reaches up
back.
here, that won't do anything because he has horns, but they're just like Valx's horns, where they're floating gemstones in succession instead of like one gemstone horn. Same thing with your tail. Your tail is a bunch of segmented pieces of sapphire that have empty space between them and are magically floating and connected to each other. Like you can put your hand through your tail at certain positions and through your horns. Like and your claws. Your claws actually are your hands, and then where your claw like nails would be, those are floating pieces of jagged sapphire.
I don't.
Same thing with your toenails.
Yeah, would it be like? Do you think you can like file those? File these?
You didn't pay for the manicure and pedicure, sir.
Oh shit! Is that what that was?
Yes. Do you not know what it? Do you want to go pay for it now? I mean, I can give me the gold. I'll go give it to the the mistress, and
Wait, how much does it cost?
it'd probably be another 5 to a gold, 5 silver to a gold for the full pedicure manicure. You don't want the massage?
No,
Just the pedicure manicure.
yeah, just the pedicure.
Probably another 5
manicure.
silver.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
Hand it over. She
Here,
holds her hand
oops.
up. You give her 5 silver.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
The fanny pack stays on during bath time.
always.
She takes the 5 silver, like runs to the front, and then comes back and goes, "Yeah, after we're done bathing you, we'll take you to the next room and do the manicure and pedicure."
Oh.
Yeah, and you get bathed, and then as you're in the next room, she comes in, and instead of like a normal like nail file, she's got like a fucking like big thing in her hand. She's like, "Never grinded down gemstones before," and she's like going at it. It doesn't hurt. There's no pain. There's no sensation at all. She's just
Oh.
she's polishing while it's almost like she's a jeweler and she's doing gem work, like shaping a gem, but in where your claws are. And do you want your horns as well? Because that'll be part of it.
Does she ask me this?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want your horns too, or just the claws and the toe claws?
I kind of like touch my horns. Oh. Sure.
Yeah, she goes to it. It takes a while.
Yeah, sure.
It takes like 45 minutes for the whole bath, pedicure, manicure thing.
Do I get to keep the dust?
She like wasn't thinking about it. Are you asking about it after the fact?
Yeah.
You're in a
after the
room
fact.
and you get up and you're done and there's just a bunch of dust on the ground, and she looks at it and goes, "Yeah, I guess that would be pretty valuable, huh?"
We can split it.
Persuasion check. She looks at you and goes, "I'll get a broom and a bag."
go.
she leaves the room. She comes back and she sweeps it up. You're gonna have to like weigh it out or get it
Generating money.
you'd have to get it appraised, but you separate it into 2 halves. Give her
Generating
half,
money.
take half.
Generating money. Cool. Can I just add like a tick onto like the other sapphire toe dust bag?
You have another one?
No, I have one from before.
Yeah, from what? What did you do? I'm trying to remember
Remember
now.
when I first got turned into a sapphire dragonborn, was freaking out about my toes, so I took a toe knife to him.
Right, you took one of your claws off. Didn't you? How much would I say that bag was worth? The first bag. Did I write it down? Or did you write it down?
So it said 50 GP,
Yeah.
but in the description, I don't know if you changed. It does say 1,000 gold pieces.
It's not 1,000 gold pieces. I didn't
Oh,
change
that's
shit on your
tragic.
character sheet. I didn't touch
So
your
it's
character sheet.
just-
So
it's
50
just
GP.
50 GP.
So you have G. Yeah. So are you adding it to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yours gets added to it. She gets her own like bag of sapphire dust, and you guys go your separate ways. Unless you get it appraised, I'm not telling you how much it's worth.
Shit. So I'll just have 2.
Yeah.
And
that's fine.
I'll make a note. Notes got from grinding my toes down. Semicolon has second bag
The second bag is is significantly more than the first
nails
bag.
and toes.
Just so you're
it's
aware.
Bigger.
Just so you're aware,
Okay.
it's significantly more because you went from one toenail, like taking a knife to it and getting like a chunk off, to like having someone file down into a fine dust and powder, all 5 of your feet, like your toe claws on each foot, so 10 plus both hands plus your horns.
Oh shit.
So we'll
this
see.
is money, Jen.
You just have to
This
get it
is money,
appraised.
Jen.
Well,
I'm generating
note
money.
that you've only been a dragonborn for like 4 days, so there isn't a lot to file down.
Let's go. I'm making money. You said it's bigger than the
Okay.
first bag. I'm making
You're done. You're done at the spa. Where are we going? You guys, he's been gone for 45 minutes. You don't even know where to look.
Yeah, Gina's probably been standing next to Ben the whole time.
What are you guys doing for the 45 minutes that Drell's gone?
Still at the fucking library.
I guess he doesn't want to be with us.
Did he just run away? He's been.
He just
kind of-
ran.
Well, that's why I stopped following him. I assumed. I don't know. Maybe he was running from me or something.
Oh, whatever. We don't have to chase after him. If he wants to come back, he wants to come back. Where's Valx's?
That was him landing right next to you.
That was
Yeah.
me just landing right now. Yeah, I lost him.
Who cares? I mean, he saw us and he
Right,
ran.
so, do we want to go do my thing?
Yeah, let's go figure out our shit so that way we can get up north to go take care of
cool.
the other stuff. Why did he run though? That's so weird.
Where would be the best place to contact my family?
Oh, you know where.
Of course I know where. I'm not. I know.
Is this
I know.
are you in
I
character
know.
like, well, where is the best place to contact my family? Okay, this is what's happening in front of Ben and Jin. Is just like Valk just being like, man, I wonder where could I contact my family from?
I mean, they're just going to contact me. I'm pretty sure that my sisters are still following me somewhere. Look around.
Perception check.
You saying that to us right now?
I'll look.
Who you,
I'm just like I'm saying. I'm like murmuring it under my breath. It's like
what
thinking
are you
out loud.
saying?
I'll look around.
Sure. You guys don't see Valks as his sisters, but you do see a man who looks very confused.
Like nearby, like right
Like
next to
walking towards, but also past you. Like he doesn't seem like he's directing his confusion at you, but there is a man with a very furrowed brow, just walking in your direction.
Is there like a flare or something, like a fire? Like,
Are you asking him,
Do you have
the
to,
random
like-
guy?
asking if I have like a
Oh,
smoke
Valxis,
signal
okay.
that I can like shoot
The
off,
Va-
and then they'll notice that I'm in
the
trouble.
Valks' Batman signal.
well, I just mean like in here. I mean, at least if this is like,
I mean, no, I don't think no, not here. I mean, I don't know. I've never been here. I've never been to Eintris, so I don't know if I know anyone here. If I have family or something, I don't know. I mean, I don't have family, of course, because no fucking Winterlight's ever been in, except for me. Anyway,
you took an airship.
Also your siblings too.
Hey, we don't talk about that in public.
But you're just.
How did you get here in the first place?
took an airship.
Then
then I
why
went
don't
to
you
the
take it
capital
on the airship back?
You know, the night when we all met and we stopped some bandits. That was my first show.
Okay, but does an airship come through here?
I'm sorry, it's really funny to hear you say, why aren't we taking an airship back, when you guys explicitly chose in Pie and Tide not to take an airship. You like very explicitly went, we're not taking an airship. And then went.
Someone mentioned that we weren't going to do it so that we could keep a down low.
Low profile.
And then it turns out it doesn't matter if we have a low profile or not, because I'm kind of just going. It's going to make the rounds no matter what.
Yeah, I'm just. Who the fuck do we talk to get around here, man? Like, where do we? I don't.
I mean, can't we just
Is there like a
walk across?
Oh, follow me. Just follow me. Don't say a word.
Well, can't
Don't
we just
talk
walk?
to anyone.
I just need.
Just follow me.
I'm just asking.
This
a
day
question.
is really weird, Ben. I know. Yeah.
You guys head north. This is probably like 10 minutes after Drell has run away. So Drell's got another 35 minutes in the spa. You guys head up north, and how explicitly are you going directly where?
I am not explicitly. It is. I take the most convoluted route.
Right, but I'm saying, are you ending up at that location now, or are you going to get nearby and point it out, or what are you doing?
Fuck.
Dude, we are going through some weird fucking areas, man.
We'll go there now.
Okay. You guys
Well,
are led...
We'll get to, I want to get to the entrance, and before I get to the entrance, I want to talk to them.
Okay. You get, like, outside the headquarters of the Northern Dithronian Trade Company. It's within eyesight what you're looking for. There's a lot of dock workers that are sort of going back and forth. None of them have acknowledged your presence. You do see that there's a single foreman, actually forewoman, who is sort of like directing traffic. You don't know this person, but it is an Owlin. She's got bright white, like snow white feathers, wearing that same red uniform that Ben saw earlier, but instead of like a gray filigree, it's a gold filigree. And her badge is gold that she's wearing, and it seems to have like a flag hanging down off of it. And you see her directing traffic by like, it's surprising. She keeps her hands, like her claws, hands, whatever, like folded behind her back, and her wings are doing like the pointing. Whenever someone walks up to her, her wings are acting like her hands and like pointing in directions that people need to go and things they need to do. But you're sort of like, you're not in an alleyway, but you're on the riverfront, on the docks, and you're a good like 80 or so feet from where you're trying to go.
Oh, are we gonna buy a ferry ticket for tomorrow or something?
No. He gets really serious at the like the fun, elated, and everything just drops, and he goes, both of you are going to ask 0 questions. You're not going to speak to a single person. I'm going to do all of the talking. You do not ask questions. You do not answer questions. You do not ask if anyone asks anything. You do not look at them. I'm just kidding, and I don't even think it's going to be that bad. Just don't do anything stupid.
What?
We're going to go somewhere that's highly illegal. Just don't say a word. You would never hear. You don't know who I am. You do know who I am, but you won't reference me by name.
What in the
Just be
fuck?
safe.
Okay, but a second ago, you just said you seemed like you didn't know where to go around here.
I do. Don't think I know. Of course I know where to go.
Why put on the front, man?
Because
Even to us, though. I'm just saying, like,
I
I'm your friend.
I can't be too cautious.
What the?
Look, just follow me, and I just go.
You start walking. Ben and Jin, are you following?
Yeah, Jin is following, but he's just
Ben's following.
He's trying to walk all big like a bodyguard.
Valxis leads you guys to what looks like this raised mound of stone that has this gaping hole in it, and a stairwell that goes down, but it's got this like sort of like rope fence in front of it blocking it off with a sign that says like, beware closed tunnel due to cave-ins. Just this big, like, what looks like a mine entrance.
What the fuck?
Just out in the open.
What the? Jin will pull up his poncho over like his nose to cover his face.
I just go in.
Yeah. You see that Valxis takes a look left, a look right, and then just like ducks underneath one of the ropes and starts going down the stairs.
Jin follows in suit and just
Ben?
almost the exact same.
Ben goes in.
We'll do the same.
The three of you start descending down this stairwell in absolute pitch black. Who doesn't? Do you all have dark vision? Who doesn't have dark vision?
I think we all have dark vision, right?
Do you? Yeah, you have dark vision. Okay, all three of you have dark vision. Ben has better dark vision than the rest of you, but you have dark vision. You guys, it's pitch black. You guys see in a grayscale as you continue down this flight of stairs, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. But you do understand that the reason it is this deep is for the sole purpose that it needs to go under the river. You don't want to have any break-ins.
Yeah.
But you go deeper and deeper, just down this stairwell. It's rickety. It's old. The wood is rotting in places, but stable enough for you guys to go down. You turn back. No one's followed you. You get to a point where, as you look up the staircase, you don't even see the light from outside anymore. As you guys descend further and further down, there's this dampness in the air, a smell of wet dirt, as would exist underneath a riverbed. And you get deeper until you see a light, dim, at the base. And it seems like the tunnel, this stairway opens up into a tunnel of sorts. As you guys get to that base, you see a series of torches and little shop fronts and people, but definitely from first appearance, lesser to do people, selling things you've never seen before in a strip that goes as far as the eye can see. Some of them turn their gaze towards the stairs. None of them seem to acknowledge really that you're here. They're not trying to like peddle to you, but they hold their storefronts. Are you stopping at the base of the stairs, or are you just going?
Jin is gonna keep his eyes forward and just keep following Valxis.
Ben's gonna put his head up again.
Okay.
I'm going to look for my people.
Sure. You make a history check, Valxis.
Alrighty.
14. You haven't been down here before, but you know it exists. You don't know if you even have people down here, but you know everyone down here will probably know who you are.
Exactly.
However, as you guys are progressing forward, there is one individual who you recognize not from having met her before, but from having heard about her as being one of the most trusted salesmen to your family. This woman is... Okay, I'm gonna get the best descriptor of her. Hold on. This is gonna be a lot. Okay. So to Jin and to Ben, what you see before you is clearly a monster. Like this is a disgusting creature that needs to be killed. Right? Like this thing is an abomination that shouldn't exist in the world. Valxis, what you see before you is a woman who you've known by the name of Kilran. She's what's known as an anise hag. She's got this skirt made of rotting leather and straw that goes down below her feet. You don't see her feet. From her torso, you see sticks and branches that make up her like main lower torso, like part of her clothing. You see vines wrapping around these almost gray flesh down to webbed claw-like hands. A face that's like sunken, eyes that look insane, sharp teeth, hair that is like, it's not even a full head of hair, it's patches with one long strip that hangs off the side. Her veins are sticking through her flesh. You see different skeletons of creatures inside the branches, and she looks like a fucking monster, but you know of her as Kilran, the hag that sells to your family. And from what you remember about her, and you can tell this is her because it's the only hag that's in here, like it has to be her. The things she sells to your family are usually things she gets from like lost adventurers that she has caught and killed in the mountains, or people who came to her to try to make deals and failed, and she was able to acquire their belongings. She's like a reseller of people's things. Keelran, spelled Keelran.
Keelran.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and she looks at you and goes,
Well, a winterlight I've yet to see down below.
And you must be Keelran, who I hear so much about from my family.
she goes,
Of course, my dear.
and does a thing where she like does like a curtsy bow type thing, but it's just like kind of gross.
Yeah. I will politely bow back.
And a very polite one at that.
Jin and Ben, this is fucking horrifying.
Yeah, Jin still keeps his like little poncho thing pulled up over his face, like.
By the way, Valxis, if you don't have it written down, you obviously know this is called the Bentrall Trade Tunnel.
I did have that right
Okay.
down.
Which, that's what it used to be called, or used to be used as, but that's still what it's called now.
Right. So, I was wondering if you know of any of my family, or, you know, your family is down here.
She
Have you
like
seen any?
steps.
Done any trade recently?
She steps out from the kiosk and like seems to glide forward and spin around you, and she just like the air sort of like in your space and goes,
You're the one who performs. Your sister said you'll be here soon. They weren't wrong.
and she coughs, and like just a gob of slime lands on the floor.
Excuse me.
And she just drifts
Okay.
back behind the kiosk.
You're
You-
looking to trade or for your family?
I'm looking for my family currently.
They're on the other side in the Empire.
I
They
Oh.
came through.
And she like closes her eyes to think for a second.
A week ago.
a week ago.
What?
Coming from or to?
Back to the Empire.
Back home. A week ago. They move fast.
Can I interest you in any of my wares?
And she like holds
Sure,
out her
I'll-
hands, and you see like suddenly like appearing in front of her kiosk is all of her stuff that she's selling. You see like a shrunken head. You see like different fingers all organized on a little shelf. If you ever wanted to buy fingers, like dead people's fingers, you see like rabbit's foot. You see there's a couple different like daggers and things that are sort of organized out. You don't know if they're magical. You don't know, there's all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any fingers that look like Umrig's?
No,
Ooh.
I'm not even gonna make you roll. No, there's no Umrig fingers here. Umrig with his unique like camouflage style vitiligo, like would be very identifiable. There's nothing here like that.
Who has
I'll
his
take a
finger?
I'll take a look at the daggers.
I think Drell has his finger, doesn't he? Drell, do you have
I think
Umrig's
it's in his
finger?
fanny pack. I think it's in
It
Joe's
is in the
fanny
fanny
pack. Yeah.
pack.
Someone
Or
has
maybe
his
it's a
finger.
Philion, I think.
Oh, Philion might have
Could
it.
be
I
a
don't know.
Oh,
I think it's
Aphelion
Aphelion.
has it because I don't have it.
Okay.
I have the Moorbound.
I need you guys to, the three of you can make investigation checks of her wares.
Fuck.
Jin,
Sorry, what's that?
investigation check.
Investigation check? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
11. Dang.
Ben,
I'm
you're
low
the only
today.
one who notices there is a single long, vibrant feather that looks like a piece of fire plucked from a bonfire. One long feather. Like, I'm talking like just this flowing red, orange, and yellow feather.
I take a look at the daggers.
Okay. While Ben sees this feather and thinks about a question he's about to ask, we're going to take a break.
Awesome. I had to pee.
We're going to go, let's try to do 11 minutes because we started a little late today and I want to get us through some stuff. So 8:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
We'll be back then. Chat, see you in a bit.
I won't fall asleep on the couch.
Hopefully.
Will Jin know of a hag?
Know what a hag is? Hold on. We'll talk about this in
Yeah.
a second. 1 second.
Okay, yeah.
We'll
I was
do it when we
curious
come back.
because
We'll do it when we come back.
yeah, was curious if it fell underneath any of the stuff the blood hunters with like
We're gonna
Two
order those
things.
pogs and
One, Jin, I need
W's.
you to make a either nature or history check at advantage.
nature or history check. Okay. I will do. Where's my nature? Nature or history? I think they're the same. All right, I'll just do history at advantage. 19. Sick.
Okay. So what you know about Annis hags? Normally, they have lairs in the mountains or in hills. They're hunchbacked and hump-shouldered, but they're doesn't matter that they're hunched over. They're the largest and most physically imposing hags. This thing is 8 feet tall. Like, this thing is
Whoa.
big.
Yeah.
Even though they can easily tear these are stories that you've heard and things you've basically studied monsters, right, and creatures. So you're getting like what you're gonna get from this is a what a like monster hunter would describe as an Annis hag. It does not describe this one in particular, maybe, who knows. But although they can easily tear a grown man apart, they love hunting children, and they prefer child flesh over all others. They use their skin to make leather. Their hags often show signs of them doing leather work. They leave tokens of their cruelty at the edge of forests, whether that be like, certain, hung bodies or body parts, things, nailed to trees or something. Something to say like, hey, don't come in here. Clearly something's killing people.
Yeah.
When they feel especially cruel, they can disguise themselves as like kindly looking elderly women, very Hansel and Gretel-esque, and like give a child an iron token that it can use to confide in them. Over time, Granny, as they tend to usually call them, convinces the child that it's okay to have bad thoughts and do bad things. And basically they can convince children that they like should be awful human beings, to the point where they find joy in seeing that child get like punished or excommunicated or exiled from wherever they're from. They also have a tendency for like adopting groups of ogres, trolls, or other creatures and like acting like a mother towards them, ruling them through brute strength, verbal abuse, and any superstition. If it's part of a coven, then usually it's the leader of that coven. It's a very, very strong creature that's mostly brute force. It can cast magic, but it's nothing usually crazy besides its normal, disguise type magic. But it's mostly a brute force type creature. Very terrifying.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus.
And then, Ben, did you have something you wanted to say?
I wanted to ask where it got the feather.
This feather right here comes from Nestra herself. Gave it to me after I decided to leave some of her children alone.
Nestra.
Yes, the leader of the broom. Have you not heard of Nestra? She looks like a firebird.
Oh.
And she gave that to you, you said.
Yes, I had a lot of interest in some of the children she brought through the tunnels, but she said, no, Kilran, these are not for you. And I said, well, you're going to have to pay me to not do something you're going to regret. And she plucked one of her feathers and said it was the feather of a phoenix, and gave it to me and said it was very valuable. So far, you're not the only ones who've been interested in what this feather has to offer.
He said she brought them through the tunnel.
Yes, 2 children. Weeks ago. Weeks and weeks ago.
Do you know where they were heading?
She shrugs, and it's a shrug that makes her fucking bulging shoulders literally hit the ceiling and like cause dirt to like a little bit.
Ben, we don't ask questions about cargo.
But the children, not cargo.
Oh, no. Ben, you don't understand. Everything is cargo down here.
But the people.
The children and the people, yes. I know.
Man, I'm glad Drell didn't come for this.
Well, is there any fancy daggers that she has?
She has a few. Some of them look like a little worn or rusted. Other ones are kind of nice. I mean, it depends on what you're looking for.
I want just something kind of like blue and ornate.
Are you looking for
Like a
magic,
winter-
or are you
like a
looking
winter
for,
light.
or just a visual appearance?
Both. It doesn't have to be magical,
Okay.
but if it is, it's a plus.
There is something. Hold on. I need to figure out the actual legitimacy of an item before I say it.
That's fine.
Okay. You do. You do see one. Matches your horns.
Ooh.
It's very rigid, carved. Think of like you've seen Game of Thrones, obviously, right?
Nope.
No, never. Okay. Think of
Only
like
the sex scenes, because I walk into my mom watching them.
specifically
literally
the
the
sex
time-
scenes? You only walk in.
The only time I have walked in on my mom watching Game of Thrones was whenever some character was going to fucking town on a woman.
Well,
And that's
like
it.
70% of
I
the show.
understand that it does not happen that often. It happens like a lot in the show, but not
no,
often.
Just, you know,
But it just
you know,
every
it's the
every
world
time, like
telling
one
you
of the
that this
times
is what they want you to see when you watch.
I know, dude. I just
Okay,
the world understands I'm horny. Okay.
Yeah.
Gets it.
Well, okay. Think more like instead of being carved or like smithed out, it looks like it was made rigid by like chipping tactics. Do you know how to like how people make daggers and stuff out of chipping? Yeah. But it's weird because it doesn't look entirely like a gemstone. Like it's got a lot of cloudiness to it, with a leather hilt.
Point at it.
You'd be able to identify it if you bought it.
What is that?
That
If you
is
don't know.
the tooth of a dragon.
Ooh. I'm going to assume a sapphire dragon.
She reaches down and picks it up and like holds it really close to her eye. You see one eye is like a full eye, the other eye is totally white and clouded over. And she's like,
Maybe.
All right. How much for it?
Gold or trade? Pick a poison.
I kind of like pat and I go, gold, probably.
500.
magical items ain't cheap, home slice.
I know they're not. I know they're not, but I do have 500 gold that I could buy it with.
In the middle of the deal, Ben's going to interject.
Okay.
She was carrying the cargo alone.
No, she had other members of the broom with her. walking through.
I'll just go, like, kind of stand there and start thinking again.
You see the hag. The hag like bends over even further and gets really close to Valx's ear. And as it gets really close to you guys, it's very intimidating. And she just whispers,
"Are you with an investigator?"
No, we had a one of our we had a, you could say, a run-in. We went to Pie and Tie and met a man who apparently knew of the Phoenix. And then one day he was gone, and so we
How
kind of.
did he know the Phoenix?
He apparently was his town got burnt down by like a dragon or something. And he as he, you know, was the only survivor left, he ran into her and
the
she gave him a
boy
ring.
from Roost. He worships her mother.
Mistra?
Nestra's mother, yes.
He's oh,
What?
nothing. I didn't know Mistra was Nestra's mother.
No. Nestra's mother, Orvisa.
Visa.
Yes. Mistra is a bitch who wishes kindness on everyone. Fuck Mistra.
Oh, right.
Mistra wasn't in this campaign, Cubs.
Right. I'm
At
thinking
all.
of a different.
You're thinking of Out of the Abyss.
Yes. Or Visa. Right.
Nestra's mother.
Wait. Got it. Okay, cool.
What?
Nothing. I thought you said something different.
No, Nestra's mother is Orvisa in the fire plane.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh my.
Right. Anyway. No, I'm not.
Are
with
you an investigator?
Me?
Yes.
No. I'm just a boss.
500 gold. For the
I was an
dagger.
I was an investigator. Was the price going to go up or was it going to go down?
No, it was going to end our business. You do not investigate the
Oh,
Bentroll
right.
Tunnel. You
I
know
don't.
what goes on down here,
Yeah, of
Mr.
course I do.
Winterlight.
Of
And
course.
if you were to be trying to interrupt business, we'd have problems.
No, of course not. I'm not trying to
You'd
interrupt
be
business.
the first Winterlight to the Dithronian Kingdom and the first one not to return.
I'd like to return home, so we're probably not going to disrupt business. Right, 500 gold.
500 gold.
Do you know if it does anything like special? Is it like?
I've seen it melt a man.
Oh fuck!
Hmm.
Like from the inside out, or like just from out?
From
smelted
where
him?
you strike, there's some melting away of the flesh.
And that's pretty cool, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, even the sword I have, it does some pretty crazy stuff, and it's from a dragon.
No, he's gonna be big.
That's pretty cool. I'll buy it.
Okay.
Are you sure? Oh,
Assuming you're just going to identify it later, and I don't feel like going through that roleplay. This is a dragon tooth dagger. You got a +1. Even though the picture looks a certain way, that's not the way it actually looks.
So a dragon tooth.
Yeah, this looks like it was carved out of like a sapphire. It is from a sapphire dragon. You don't know if it's from your sapphire dragon. It gives you a +1 to attack and damage, and then on a hit does an extra 1d6 acid damage. The whole draconic potency thing doesn't exist. in this case.
So this one, okay. So just remove the draconic potency. and
The
just
draconic
ignore that?
potency, you won't be fighting enemies of the cult of the dragon. So
Right,
you're yeah.
right. Understood. So
So you're just doing the +1 and then the 1d6 acid.
that's pretty dope. Cool. Sweet. I have a new dagger.
500 gold, man.
I'll give more. It's fine. Well, this is technically, this is one item that I need for the dragon. So
True. You
it's
do
part
have
of a
one of your
quest.
2
Oh,
items
it's
to
part
give
of a
back
quest.
to her.
part of a quest.
I
right?
mean,
that's
and
how I
then,
justify
and then the
it.
cool thing, and this is again, I don't know if this is the case, but if it is one of Nara's teeth, you're giving her one of her teeth back.
feedback. So maybe it'll count as
Maybe.
2
I don't
and
fucking
an
know.
extra.
You tell me.
be.
Tell me.
Cool. Well,
Is there anything else I can help you with, baby
No.
Winterlight?
baby went to. That's funny.
You're young and new.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. No, you did tell me where my family is on the other side. No, but thank you for your business.
Thank you for your business. Can I interest the other 2 in anything?
Well, I don't have any money.
Jin just raises his hand like I'm good.
I'm the one with
Okay.
money.
Are you sure this feather comes from the daughter of a phoenix?
We've already got one.
Oh. Where did... I'm not going to ask questions.
Remember the rule? Yep, you know.
It was
and she
good to
goes
see
to
you.
pat
Quick
you on the
learner.
back, Jin. Jin, what's your AC?
I think it's a 17. Yeah, 17.
She rolled. Okay, hold on. This is an accidental unarmed strike, is what this is gonna end up being.
Yeah.
Yikes! She's got a
That's
+8 to
full
hit.
of lighting
Holy
you.
fuck. That's an 11 + 8 is a 19. She does. What's her strength? She does 5 points of damage to you, accidentally knocking you over.
Oh,
She has a +5 strength mod.
Yeah, holy shit.
So she just goes to pat you on the back and then just and goes, "Oh, dearie, I'm sorry," and then like starts to pick you back up off the ground.
It's fine. It's really fine.
Okay. Dope. Okay, where are you guys going?
Do we just turn around out of here? Where do we go now?
Yeah, we gotta go get Drell, so we're probably just gonna go head back the other way.
Yeah, but where is Drill even gonna?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want me to go get? There are people down here that could find him for us.
I mean, if Drill wants to come back to us, Drill wants to come back to us.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
That's my stance.
I mean,
on it, yeah.
we can pay people money to go find him and
No,
tell him.
let's just
tell
go
us
back
where.
up.
Or we can. Okay. All right.
And we can discuss what we do from here next. Because
You guys head back up. You go up the stairs. It's a lot longer going up than it was to go down. A lot easier to go down a massive flight of stairs than it is to climb one up. But as you get to the top, you guys see 2 silhouettes standing, not facing the tunnel, not facing away from the tunnel, sort of like at an angle as if they're having a conversation with each other. One of them has wings, and the other seems to have like from the silhouette, its head seems like massive, and you can't tell why from here. Like its head looks like it's as wide as his shoulders.
Can I listen to what they're talking about?
You can try. Give me just a perception check.
Fuck.
You hear nothing.
Can any of you? What are they talking? Do any of you hear what they're talking? Should we just go? Fuck.
I'd like to cast Detect Thought.
On
What's
which
like?
one?
How far away?
You're probably like a good 30 feet down the stairs, at a diagonal.
Perfect.
Jin will try to lean forward and listen.
So who are you casting Tech Thoughts on? Which creature?
Big head.
Are you digging deep, or are you just going for surface thoughts?
Just surface.
At surface, and Jin with a perception 20. Jin, you hear a conversation that kind of, you're picking up like small phrases. You're hearing like, I mean, they just went down blatantly. They didn't even like try to sneak in. And then the other one, you hear like it's a very growly voice. I suck at growly voices, but some of the lines of like, well, why didn't you stop him? And like this is just like back and forth about like, well, like, what did you want me to cause a scene in front of the entire company? If it truly was a winter light going down there, then we haven't stopped the others. Like, back and forth. Surface level of the big figure, you hear.
Jin will relay that to Valxis.
Okay, and Valxis, what you get from the surface level is very like, why don't we stop them? That's weird. And then just confusion. And unless you try to dig deeper, you're not getting more than that. Or sorry, not you, Ben, not Jin, not Valxis, Ben. Sorry, I said Valxis, I meant Ben. From Detect Thoughts.
Would I? Never mind.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Jin
if I
relayed
switch to the other
all
one.
of what he heard over to everybody else.
What'd you say, Ben?
If I switch over to the other one?
If you switch it over still without digging deeper, you get like a we deal with this once every couple weeks. I don't know why he's asking questions now. It's not like anything's changed. Just like slight frustration, but nothing like too in-depth unless you try to dig deeper.
From Jin telling me this, do I think that could be threatening?
Jin, how do you tell him?
Exactly as how they said it. But I mean, maybe he'll miss out on some of the tones. But
it seems almost like you're the way that at least the figure on the right is speaking. You sound more like an annoyance than a threat.
Okay.
yeah. But it does seem like we're being followed. I mean,
I like turn to Jin and I go, I'm always being.
one aren't we?
You guys
Yeah.
didn't do
I'm
shit to
always
protect
being
yourselves
followed.
going down here. You just
No,
walked
we
up to it
didn't.
and went in. Like, I don't know what you guys thought was gonna happen there.
Yeah, we probably should have like been a bit more stealthy about that.
Make a. Are you guys intentionally trying to whisper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sleight of hand. Or stealth. Pick your poison.
Sick.
You guys are both doing a really good job of staying quiet.
We should try to
Right.
bounce in while they're.
Do we go back down, or do we just want to head out and confront them head on?
Jin, they are in front of the entranceway.
Do you not know these people, Voxus?
Right
Do
now,
I
you guys can only see black silhouettes because it is full daylight, and you guys are in a pitch black stairwell down.
Yeah, I know.
You guys do see wings on one of the figures.
Do I know a lot of people with wings? How many people do I know with wings?
Well, we know the
Personally,
Phoenix
your
has wings.
entire family. Or not your entire family, but like half of your family has wings. You're not the only Winterlight with wings.
Right.
So there's a lot of figures with
Do
wings.
these look like my wings, or do they look
They
like?
are blacked out, totally
I mean,
blacked
like
out figure with blacked out wings.
shape-wise.
No. They're rounded.
They don't look.
They
Around
look like they may have feathers.
Okay.
The head's very round.
Probably a bird.
And then the other figure doesn't have wings. The one with the massive head. The one that has the head that looks like it's as far out as it, like its shoulder. It looks like a blob is connected straight down to arms, based off of the way the silhouette looks, 30 feet at a diagonal in broad daylight compared to pitch black tunnel.
All right. Well, we can always go down the tunnel, and then on the other side, which is my family's empire. Or we go this way and we find Drell.
Fuck, this is tough. I mean,
We could just see
Don't-
what they want. I mean,
yeah, let's just see
they
what
don't-
they want. What's the worst that could happen?
You guys going up?
Go up.
Yeah, might as well walk up.
Okay. You guys head
Jin will
up.
walk up next to him.
I'm
yeah.
going to act like we didn't know they were there, and kind of like be act surprised that there's people up here.
Okay. So you guys walk up. Ben, are you going with them?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys walk upstairs. As you guys get like 10 feet from the entrance, both figures turn down to you guys. The figure on the right is the Snow White Owl that you guys saw leading the Northern Dythronian Trade Company earlier. The other figure As you guys get closer and the light starts to balance out more and you guys get more adjusted, you realize it's not that his head's massive. It's that he's a lion with a mane, and his mane is sticking out around the length of his shoulders.
Before we came up here, I would like to hide the knife. Just like...
Sure. Your sleight of hand for the 24 will stick of
Cool.
just hiding the knife. You do still have like a longsword on your back, I'm pretty sure. You've had a longsword for a while.
Or
like a rapier. You have
sword.
it's some sort of sword. You have a sword that
I have
you,
a short
you
sword,
can't hide. Really, unless you want to try to hide that, but
No, I don't hide it.
you hide the dagger. But they turn towards you, and her face looks annoyed. His face is like done with your shit, like full done with your shit. Even though you haven't met him before, but you hear her go, well.
Oh, sorry. We wanted to go for a little bit of exploring.
Right.
Thought the mines were. You know, I don't need to lie to you, do I?
Well, I mean, if you'd like me to believe that a Winterlight doesn't know about the Benchall Trade Tunnel and the business that goes down there, then, I mean, you can try to make that assumption.
I figured.
And your friends?
With me.
You guys didn't even try.
Yeah, it kind of slipped my mind.
We were just.
I mean, we had men stop their work, run up to me, and ask, "Ma'am, there's people going down into the tunnel. It's dangerous. They're gonna die." Just fucking didn't even try.
Why didn't you tell us to be a little bit more sneaky? Tell us not to.
It slipped my mind.
First time in the tunnel.
Yeah.
You know, we hear a lot through trade. And then the Leonin across, like beside her, has like crossed his arms, and he's got like, dude, like rippling muscles you have never seen, like unreal. The muscle tone on this guy, and he goes,
"Holy fuck!"
He goes, "You do hear a lot through trade, like that the Winterlight that's supposed to be performing down here's only had 2 performances, and one of them was an accident." A sudden spur-of-the-moment one. What happened to the Winterlight tour of the kingdom?
Well,
Oh, dude.
it's being cut short due to circumstances beyond my control.
Yeah, that happens. Tours get canceled all the time.
Especially a really famous one for a famous Winterlight, since the Winterlights have never been to the Aetherian Kingdom.
Beside your sisters.
Shut up.
And every other Winterlight who can.
And every other single one of them.
Why did you come back up?
More then?
More Winterlights?
Well, obviously there's more Winterlights. I'm saying more being here.
It's I don't know how to make this sound, but an owlin laughing has a little bit of like obviously like bird twinge to it besides just laughter. But she laughs and she goes, "Oh, poor thing. Almost every Winterlight is part of the business."
Dude, what the
You're associated with this one and you don't know that. You went down into their tunnels and you didn't know that.
No, you made it just seem like it's just only been him and his sister who have been around here.
Sister or sisters?
Oh,
Look,
right.
can we not expose lies here today? This is not the time.
You
lies!
lied to us so much.
Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, Griff, we haven't had this much fun in a while. And he goes, "No, we have not. Woo. Who goes down in the tunnel and comes back up the way they went down? In like
Idiots.
less than 20 minutes.
Well, I thought.
I'm going to assume that business isn't performing.
What business? Oh, his business?
My business is performing.
And his laugh turns into like a growl almost. He just like stops and he goes, the first Winterlight whose business is performing. You know, the people in the know think you're here doing some sort of like undercover op for your family.
I'm literally doing nothing. This was all my idea, just to come down and just play.
How do we even believe that now,
Hey,
though?
Scylla, I told you. I said that one, just performing. But now he's in the tunnels. You might have been right.
Yeah, no.
And he pulls out 5 gold pieces and hands it to her. You win.
Wait, are you here just to perform?
Originally, yes. And then I,
Have
and
you
then- and
been
then- and then-
deceiving
and then the
us?
rest is happening.
Scylla
Yeah, he
squints
ha-
her eyes. I need is
He has been
anyone? Are
lying
you
to us,
Ben? Are you
Ben.
trying to play like a you didn't know anything type vibe right now?
I mean, how much do we know? I
You
don't
know
remember.
quite
I
a
don't know
bit.
if Valxis
Like
told
Valxis,
us.
you guys caught Valxis in a lie, and he kind of info dumped on you, but still kept some stuff a secret.
mhm.
Yeah, now we've
Oh,
learned that
yeah,
more
yeah.
of his
I'm-
family has been here besides just his sisters.
Here's the thing. Here's what we're gonna do.
I'm feigning ignorance.
Yeah, hold on. I want to see.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. So, is anyone? You said you're feigning ignorance.
Yeah.
If you're whoever here is trying to feign ignorance or lie, I need you to make deception checks. I'm gonna let you know
Jin
right
is-
now
yeah, he's
that
just-
like she rolled real high, but I'm gonna let you guys roll for it anyways, just in case.
Jin isn't feigning ignorance. He's just like, what? There's more family members here besides just his sister?
Not here. They didn't say here.
Not here, but
They
like
said-
has been over. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm.
A
I can't. There's
performance
no
check, you
way I
said?
can lie.
No, this is a
I-
deception check. You're trying to. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Ben is
I-
having a really
I
hard
have
time.
magical guidance,
Okay.
and I would like to expend 1 sorcery point to reroll.
Okay.
Okay.
When did you get magical guidance? Ooh, that's awesome.
I've
That's
had
dope.
it.
You must still know. She rolled a 17 flat, and she's a fucking owlin. She's got wisdom up the ass. Which, we talked about Tasha's and everything, but still. But no, she like squints her eyes at you, Ben, and you can tell she's not buying it. He's buying it. The Leonin totally buys that you guys are absolutely... you have no idea who you're traveling with. You have no idea you just went into a black market tunnel. Like, he believes that you guys have no idea what the fuck's going on, and she's like, okay. So, we're not here to stop you. We just ask that if you're going to go down again, right, either you let someone know first, and by someone I mean one of the two of us, so we can turn eyes away from the tunnel, or fucking sneak down. Because right now we have men who are very concerned, and she like flicks her head and then flicks back, like snaps and snaps. And you see that there's like a group of like 3 or 4 people, 3 men and a woman, who are all kind of like standing there, like arms crossed, like trying to like see what happened. And you can gather that you guys coming back up this quickly was probably a good thing, because it made it seem more like you guys were tourists who went down a fucking tunnel, like
it's gonna be let's go inside.
Then than anything else. So they're like, oh, whatever, and they just like walk away. And she goes, yeah, you're in the clear for this for now.
Sorry again.
And don't apologize to me. You have to apologize to whoever may have caught you. If there were people who would have caught you. You don't know who's looking around here. Trade is a business of communication. We do more trade of information than we do of items. Your family is one of our best customers. However, information doesn't always benefit the benefactor. So, be careful next time.
Will do.
Griff, back to work. And then they both walk in separate directions. He goes back to what looks like the rowdy side of the bridge, and she stays on her side, on the more prim proper side. Drell, you're out of the spa. Homie's in the clear. You're clean as fuck, baby.
Yeah.
Because you didn't get the massage or the happy fun times, you don't get as many temporary hit points, but you get 2 temporary hit points that are permanent until you lose them.
Go.
Which I'm pretty sure every time you guys long rest, it's going to try to reset them. I'm telling you, you don't have to.
Cool.
You're out.
Cool.
You have no idea where your friends are.
I'm gonna look for a bank.
Okay. Sure. Are you gonna ask around, or are you just gonna look?
I'm gonna ask someone, be like, hey, is there like a bank or like a jewelry appraiser guy?
Yeah, but those are two different industries.
Ooh.
Are you looking for a jeweler who can appraise your valuables, or are you looking for a bank in which you could deposit your financial value and have it held?
I need to get something appraised. All of you guys are very helpful.
There's a jeweler. Well, there's no reason not to be helpful. Makes my day shorter, makes your day shorter.
Yeah.
Does that not make sense?
Good point.
Yeah, no, it does. Good point. Good point.
Yep. Well, if you're looking for a jeweler, there's actually one, and he like points off in a direction, and you can find it if you go off that way.
Cool, I go off. Yeah.
You walk into this store, very quiet. It weirdly smells like musky in here, almost like the wood is old that fills the place, and that it's kept so clean that like it's got that like stagnant air to it, like they don't circulate the air. It's kind of gross, but also like it's clean in here, obviously, like the rest of this half of the city. And there's this best way to put this. It's a lizard folk.
Oh.
But very humanoid except for his head.
Ah.
So scales, fingers, normal. No claws or anything, but a very reptile type head.
Jealous. Very jealous.
Because he's more humanoid than you.
Yeah.
Standing behind a counter, and he goes, "Welcome. How can I assist you?"
Oh, hey there, friend. I just need to get... Hey there.
Hi.
Hey there.
He smiles, and it's fucking fangs all the way across.
I just need to get this bag of sapphire dust appraised.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Yeah. And I give him the bag. The bags.
He takes the bags, pours them out onto like a scale, and then pulls out like one of those. It's a pair. It's like a monocle, but it has like the different tabs of glass that can go down to see closer. And then he just goes. He like pauses for a moment, right as he's about to analyze this, and looks up at you.
It's best not to ask questions.
And then starts analyzing the sapphire. Roll an insight check.
Oh. You're good at those.
Yeah. You get the feeling he was about to be like, "Is this your body parts?" But didn't. Like held it back. And was like giving you like a side eye. Like while one he has the reptile ability that while one eye is looking through the glasses, the other eye is looking at you.
It's kind of him to look the other way.
Yeah. He's but he starts analyzing the sapphire, and like he puts it on like a scale, and then he takes like other gems and puts them on the scale, ones that he knows the weight of, and like watches the balance, and then he puts it back down, and he's like looking at it, and he's like he takes like a little golden long like spiraling into a small spoon type thing where he picks some up and like analyzes it and then shines a light over it like and looks at it. And then when he's finally done, he puts it all in a fancier pouch than you had, because you had it just like in a bag. He puts it in a nice like velvet pouch, and all of it in one, and puts it down. You gave him the 50 gold one plus the new one, so he puts it all down in one place, and goes,
"Okay, I would say all of that together is around 600 golds worth of sapphire powder."
Money.
Were you looking to trade it in for anything?
Yes.
Another gem, possibly. A ring. A necklace, amulet. Anything. We have many wares.
Oh. Could I... Is it...
You don't have to trade it in. You
Can I
could
get the
pay the
money?
appraisal free and leave. You just want to give me the powder for money?
Yes.
He like, okay, and he like goes, wait, yeah, and then you see he like steps to a place behind the counter, bends over and lifts up a hatch and goes down a set of stairs behind the counter, and he comes back up with a pouch of gold and lays it on the table, and he goes, 60 platinum.
Oh.
For all of the powder.
What's the appraisal fee? Do I owe you anything?
He like takes a deep inhale, and he takes 1 platinum out of the bag.
Oh, okay.
59 platinum.
Oh, that hurt. That would hurt.
Listen, and he breaks a serious face into a smile that's kind of scary, and then puts 5 gold back in the pouch, so it's 59.5. So it's 595 gold instead of 600. So 5 gold for the appraisal.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gold, man.
Yeah.
Infinite money glitch. We did it.
I mean, yeah. See how often you can find fucking pedicure,
filers.
manicure, pedicure, fucking perfect nail filing down into a powder that doesn't get tainted because you were in a very, very clean spa in which they make sure everything's clean.
Oh no, you're gonna be like, oh jeez.
There's
Instantly
a lot of
nerfed.
sand mixed in with the powder.
Just like in the next one, like you're doing it on the beach, you're just like holding your foot up and trying to nail file.
Yeah.
Ugh. You've not been keeping clean, have you?
Yeah, there's dirt under this one.
Yes.
Very dirty gems.
But yeah, so you just taking that?
Yeah, I'm just taking the money.
Cool. So you can add 59 platinum and 5 gold.
I just have
Or
it all in
595 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it all.
You're just not carrying 595 gold because that's like
No, it's all in
tight
the fanny
pouch.
pack.
I know. No, but I'm saying you don't have it in gold. Just so you're aware.
Right. Are you sure?
You need to differentiate because he gave you 59 platinum because 500 gold is a pouch that is this big. Like that is a lot of gold pieces.
Okay. So 59
platinum, 5 gold.
And 5 gold.
Because that's like a pouch.
So how much gold do I remove? 590?
590 and then add 59 platinum.
Okay. I still have a lot of silver and copper, so
I know, but you've been picking that up piece by piece and throwing it in the fanny pack. I'm saying this man at this jeweler is not
he's handed
handing
you a
you
sack.
a fucking massive
Okay,
sack of
I'm
gold
with you.
pieces.
I'm with you. He's giving me 59 platinum.
Yes.
Money.
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 Dude, I just allow things for my players. If I don't think
Money.
any other player would have thought to get a pedicure to shave their gemstone body down into a powder and sell it. So I'm gonna.
You mean to
allow
tell me?
it.
Wait, and you split it in half.
He did? Yeah.
So-
there was
Oh
1,200
my
golds worth
God,
of
you make
powder.
it-
He just gave that woman 600 golds worth of powder, or
Oh my god.
550 because he had 50 golds worth in his own.
Man, good for her.
Yep.
Wow, you
He's
just
probably
changed
set
her
for like
life.
a month, dude.
You did
Yeah.
just change it. No, that's way more than a month. That's life changing money. That's
Literally
like literally
life-changing.
life changing money.
Damn,
You
he's
guys
like
might
Mr.
look at one
Beast,
magic.
dude.
You guys might look at one magic item like, oh shit, 500 gold. But this person's like, yeah, it costs 2 silver for me to eat for a week. So
Yeah,
I have
literally they are
550
good.
gold. I am set for life.
Jesus. Cool.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna quit her job there. She's once she gets that appraise, she's
Listen,
This is really
listen.
the
You
kind of
guys,
hope so.
you guys are on both ends of the spectrum right now. You terrorized a church and then gave a random orc woman 550 gold. I don't.
Both
Yeah,
of
the
them
karma
I doing.
evens
Both
out.
am I doing?
Well, Ben was the church terrorism.
yeah, church. Yeah, that was Ben.
I killed a god.
You didn't kill him. You let another god kill him.
I allowed it.
You couldn't have. Okay, retcon. You want to try to stop Anakaris from killing Yol?
No. Oh God, no. He goes Ratcon.
But yeah. So, where are you going after the jeweler?
Oh shit.
You guys, I'd say at this point, him coming out of the jeweler is you guys coming up from the tunnel. You guys probably spent like 20 to 35 minutes down there.
I'm gonna go head for a clothing store.
Okay, which side of the city?
Oh, obviously the Pompey side.
Okay. You find like a suit shop. But it's not like tuxedos from modern day. I'm talking like some noble ass clothing. I'm talking like some floofy ass, multicolored. You can get like a nice vest with a white puffy like undershirt, like an underblouse. You can get like, you know, long socks with buckled shoes, and it depends on what you're looking for.
Oh Jesus, I don't know what I was looking for. I was just told I need nice clothes.
By who? Oh.
Foxes.
Okay, well, you go to this clothing store and you walk in. And you are, but like your clothes were cleaned, but your clothes are still like monk outfits.
Yeah.
Right, so you're still wearing basically rags, they're just clean rags. And you are a shining fucking sapphire dragonborn at this point. Like, manicured, pedicured to perfection. You are literally like a walking gemstone. And you step into this place, and this gnomish fellow steps forward, like runs out from like behind some like a door or like a curtain, and comes out, and he's like prim and proper, standing up straight, and he goes, "Hey, welcome. How can I assist you today?"
Hey.
Hello.
Hi there. So I was told I need to get nice clothes by my friend.
Well, you'll find no nicer than here. Shall we do measurements? What are you looking for? What colors? I can make accented colors based off of the color of your gems. Are you trying to represent a certain city? Are you trying to represent a certain tribe, a certain color? A certain deity, perhaps?
I didn't know there'd be so many questions.
Well, I can make you look however you'd like. As long as you have the gold for it.
Yes, I do.
Good to know.
I just need a nice outfit that, like, I could go and meet the parents with. You know what I mean?
Okay, are you trying to just look nice? Are you trying to look noble? Are you trying to look royal? Are you trying to look like maybe you come from a different lifestyle?
That one.
Oh, perfect. What kind of lifestyle would you like to come from?
Shit.
I see this is going to be difficult. We will try our best. Come with me.
And then he like kind of like grabs at your like the way that a child grabs like his parents' pant leg to pull them along, kind of like does the same thing with you because he's a gnome and he's small. So he starts pulling you along. Do you have any idea of what you want to dress like?
No.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to just fucking go with it and see if you like it?
Yeah.
Cool. 1 second.
Roll the dice, baby.
You know what? I'm dice towering this.
Oh shit, that's a big move. That's a power play.
Oh.
Okay, 85. Okay. Huh. Okay. So, he takes you, starts measuring things, and then what happens is you basically have the clothes being made around your body.
Oh.
When I say that, I mean that like they are designing the clothes and stitching them together and then putting them on you, and if they like them, they leave them on. And it's not just him. It's like a series of it's a full like, it's not a gnomish family the way that like the Wegglelegles were. This is just a bunch of like, there's a gnome, there's a human woman, there's an elven man who seems to be the one who's like doing a lot of like sewing. There's just like this team that is currently like, you're in front of a mirror and they're just like fucking sewing shit and putting it on you and making things look good. What you are given, you are now wearing, and this is up to you if you want to keep wearing it or if you want to put your monk rags back on. You are wearing this, the base color is a bright white. Not overly white, but enough that it seems rich. And within this white, you have like a gold embroidery around the stitches. And to offset the white, you're wearing a vest on top of this shirt. This vest is like a forest green. And it's a deep forest green, a very warm type of green that brings a lot of comfort, but the gold makes it feel more regal in nature. The white goes out along your arms down to about your forearm, where it is hemmed off to look like it's a rolled up sleeve. They start adorning your horns with these like golden ribbons that look like rings. They're not actual gold rings, but the way that the ribbon is set and designed, they're rounded like rope to the point where they look like they're golden rings. And they're set specifically in the spaces, like in the center of each sapphire as it segments back. And then they put a sort of like a cord.
So bougie.
Yeah, they put a cord, like a cord necklace around your neck that just comes down. It's the same yellow cord wrapped up and raveled like a rope around your neck. For your pants, they give you like a soft black, lengthy, that goes down to a tight around your ankles with a space for your tail, which you didn't have before. You kind of just had to cut a hole in your rags for your tail. But a space for your tail to freely come out of your lower back. That these black, like, they're not like, it's interesting. They're like black pantaloons, but they stop short. They ask you whether or not you want shoes or sandals. No shoes, no sandals.
No.
Okay. So then they come down to like, these come down to like halfway down your shin, these pants. And then the rest of your leg down to your feet, you have those golden cords sort of around your ankles to accent your ankles. And you are dressed to go.
Super bougie.
Super bougie. And then after you're fully dressed, he looks up to you and goes,
Hey, that'll be 1 platinum.
Okay.
Okay.
And I give him 1 platinum.
cool. Are you just wearing it out and keeping your rags in the...
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, I'm putting my rags in my fanny pack.
Okay. So, you walk out of here looking like... Dude, you guys would not be able to recognize Drell. If you forgot that he was a Dragonborn, you wouldn't be able to recognize him. Clean as can possibly be, wearing this bougie-ass, hyper-noble-ass fucking outfit. Whatever.
He's like $1 Million Man walking around right now.
Yep. And the thing is that store was northward enough that as you come out of that store, you can see your group of friends having a conversation with the Owlin and the Leonin. You guys would have like just come out of the tunnel and been starting this conversation as he walks out like in his new clothes.
Nice. Yeah, like popping the collar.
Yeah.
Nice and nice.
Cool,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go meet up with the boys and like, hey.
As they wrap up their conversation, you see the Leonin go one way and the Owlin go another. And as they walk forward, you're just standing in front of them like this like totally no idea that you did anything wrong look on your face. You're just like, hey. But he's like, you guys see him and he is literally dressed as if he comes from a royal family.
What the what did you do, Drell?
Guess
What
you
do you
ran
mean?
off to go clean up for us?
I thought you said I needed to get cleaned up to meet your parents.
You ran?
I mean, yeah, that was part of the plan that we could have done at any
Together.
point.
Yeah.
It didn't have to happen right now, but I guess sooner the better.
So,
You look clean. Where'd you go?
Yeah.
I went to some place called the Gem Den.
Did you enjoy it? Was it good?
Oh my god.
Because it was fantastic. Oh my
I
God.
didn't get a massage, but yeah, they did a good job.
Oh, you were missing out. Oh my god, the massage was great.
You know, I took the toe dust in the nail dust.
Uh-huh.
Then I got it appraised.
Uh-huh.
And I showed them the small sack of platinum.
What?
Wow.
We don't even need Valxis's money now.
Yeah, guys, I'm a printer.
Hey.
Looks over at Jin like,
Whoa. Yo, what the fuck?
No, like I'm saying, you don't have to be indebted to your family. You don't have to like ask them or bug them. We just
Ah, true. Yeah, right.
we'll just keep
Like, we
ripping
just have-
apart pieces of Drell and
That's
selling
true, we
them.
could just break off his arms and like sell him.
well, that's,
Yeah,
that's what I'm-
I asked the lady at the gem den how much I'd be worth, and she said like tens of thousands of gold pieces.
okay. Obviously, we're not gonna.
Okay, I know plenty of people who would buy you, Drell.
What? What? Huh? What?
What do you mean? He just said how much he
Jesus.
would cost for him to be sold. I know plenty of people who would.
Why would you sell Drell? Why would you even bring that
just saying.
up? Don't even entertain that idea.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You're not actually gonna sell me, right? Like, I
Oh,
See,
no,
this is
not against
what
you, not
happens
against
when
you,
you
no,
entertain
no.
that idea.
Not against you.
Well-
Well, if you wanted to be sold, then yeah, I would
God.
find
Not
people to
against
sell
you,
you. But
Will.
you don't want to be sold, so I'm
Okay,
not.
wait, can we go back to the?
Will.
Can we go back to like a place where we can talk about some crazy
Oh, right,
shit that
yeah,
was
we
just
should
said?
go.
Oh,
let's
yeah,
find it in.
speaking
Yeah,
of
I
crazy shit, I pulled this giant book out from my fanny pack.
What the fuck?
Yo, to you guys, this is the most culture shock fucking thing to you guys because Drell, the dude who didn't give a shit about bathing, who was a monk, who wore rags, who like was an orc before, is now dressed in regal clothing, a clean as fuck, shining gem of a sapphire
Well, I
dragonborn
can read.
who just pulled the largest, most boring looking fucking book out of his fucking fanny pack. His fanny pack, the
Drell?
only thing on him that tells you it's definitely Drell.
Well, did you hit your head recently?
What is happening,
like
dude? What?
you?
Jin's losing his fucking mind.
He, huh? Like a second ago, like an hour or two ago, he was threatening a little kid, and now he's dressed well.
Homie went
I
with
wanted to
threatening
make
a
a
greaser
com- I
boy
wanted-
to.
I wanted to make a comment about that. You know, I figured out like these.
Are you like
towels-
repenting? What is this? Are you turning a new leaf? Is everyone turning a new leaf?
Am I the one that's not changing?
I need,
Ben
I
was
need
like
all
the
four
point
of,
of
you to make
chaos a
perception
second
checks.
ago. I hope Jin just fails this because of how just.
I mean, you can if you want to auto fail.
And we'll go with the 12.
None of you see a Philion.
I'm gonna wait for.
creep up
I'm gonna
behind
wait
you.
for Ben's
A what? A perception?
perception. Ben is apparently just as shocked as everyone else. Valxis, quite similarly to has happened to you before, you notice off in the distance, in a crowd of people that are just walking around, going this way and that, a lone, tall shadow figure. Just standing there.
again.
No one that's walking by it acknowledges it in any capacity. Just standing there.
Oh, I stare at it.
So let's go
Okay.
back to that. What is it? The gem den?
Yeah, the
I mean,
gem den.
You guys like it a lot. We could return and talk about
I-
the
I-
fucking shit we just learned.
Start tapping on Jin's shoulder.
Okay.
What?
I'm not going crazy, am I?
You look where Valxis is pointing and you see the shadow figure. Valxis, you were the
What
only one
the
who saw it
fuck?
last time. You and actually Umrig, but then Umrig got
I'm
fucking
not going
bapped.
crazy, am I?
No, that's there. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now the
The
other.
giant-
So Ben, you notice it too.
Figure?
It's behind you, Drell. So it's up to you whether you turn around.
What are you guys looking at?
You turn around, and all
Sure.
four of you are now staring at this 7 foot
I
tall
wanna go touch it.
shadow figure.
What?
I'm gonna go touch it.
What?
Do not.
Why not?
Or go ahead,
You
actually.
know, remember,
You
the
know-
last time that I touched it, I only saw visions. It didn't hurt.
You
me.
touched it last time?
Yeah, he touched it last time.
I did.
remember?
Do you not remember this conversation that we had where I touched the black shadowy figure and then it transported me to some weird
No.
far off place where like there was an altar and it was like half dark, half light.
Well, let me see if I get the same thing then. And Jin walks up and touches it.
Like no consideration for anything.
Well, he talked about it so nonchalantly. He's like, "So I didn't get hurt." And he's like, "All right, he didn't get hurt."
So this
I don't
thing's
think it's
like a
dangerous.
good 40 feet away from you guys. Jin's just like, fuck it, I'll go touch it, and
I
just
don't think it's
walks.
dangerous.
He walks into this crowd, and Jin, this thing is now looming before you, and it seemed like as you walked around, like its whole body shifted to face you, no matter where you were standing. The rest of you, it's just been facing you guys this entire time. Jin, you're just poking it. How are you? How is Jin? Are you just walking up and going boop? Like, what are you doing?
Jin looks back over his shoulder, and he's like, "Just touch it, like you did."
I mean, I just stuck my hand. I
You
like,
guys are
I'll
like
start walking
40 feet
forward.
away. Oh, you're
I'll
walking.
start
I was
walking
gonna say you guys
forward.
like 40
Shaking
feet
his
away.
head
Well,
no.
I was gonna follow him.
I
if
think
he-
we'll-
Ben, you're saying no.
Bro, don't touch it. What do you mean? Why are you gonna touch the
Can I
big
try
tree?
detect thoughts on it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait,
You cast.
wait,
how
wait,
long
wait,
does
wait,
Detect
wait,
Thoughts
wait.
last? Is it still up?
I may not have.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. I have a good idea.
Wait,
oh.
Can I detect what this thing is? Is this thing anything like my fate? Is this a fae, fiend, or undead? Or monstrosity?
You've never. I'll let you make the roll. Make a nature check at advantage.
Okay.
I take my quarterstaff out of my fanny pack.
I need to convert 3 of my
A
sorcery
12.
points into.
No?
a
How many
seven.
sorcery
What
points do you
is
have
this
total?
thing?
Well, those are my last 3.
So do you have 4 total?
5.
You have 5. Oh, you get 1 per level. Oh, okay.
And with that extra spell slot, I'll cast detect thoughts on it.
How long does Detect Thoughts last normally?
1 minute.
Okay, yeah, so your other one would have worn off. There's no thought in this creature. You can't get thought from it. It does not, whatever this is, whether it be an illusion, a real thing, it does not have working thoughts. So your Detect Thoughts, even though it's active for the next minute, is not hitting this
It just
thing.
bounces off like.
It doesn't
does
bounce
don't
off. It
detect
just
anything? Well, it just doesn't detect anything.
it doesn't detect a thinking being, a living thinking being in that position. So like
What is
whereas
this
Detect
fucking
Thoughts
thing?
can help you determine if there are beings in the vicinity in a radius, like it could be like if someone was behind a wall, you could cast Detect Thoughts and be like, there's a person behind this wall, because you can sense thought through. There's nothing there. Like your
I'll
Detect
start walking
Thoughts is
forward.
not doing anything here. So all three of
Slowly.
3 of you have walked forward. Drell is still behind, unless you're also walking forward.
No,
You pulled out
Drell's
your quarterstaff.
following and takes out that quarterstaff. and
Okay,
he's
so
gonna go to poke
Jin
the
is standing
shadow.
in front of this thing. The other 3 of you are walking up. Drell has taken out his quarterstaff.
And I'm holding it over my head and I'm gonna poke it.
You're just
With the quarter-
you're poking it before Jin can?
Yeah, with the quarterstaff. There's no
Okay.
way this triggers it, right?
Can I first detect magic?
It's definitely magic.
While we're walking away. Well,
Yeah,
it would
definitely
tell
magic.
me like the school.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta remind my brain what the schools of magic are. 1 second.
You've got
It's illusion magic.
illusion.
Yeah, it's got a dark purple hue coming off of it. A very large purple hue coming off of it. It's illusion magic, but it's not like, it doesn't mean it's an illusion.
Right.
That's not exactly what that means, but it is illusionary magic. Drell, you're like whacking it?
No, I'm just kind of like
Or-
poking it with the stick.
Poke,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What the 4 of you see as Drell pokes this shadow with his quarterstaff, suddenly the entire being starts to like, it's almost like it's starting to implode, where it's going in on itself and getting darker and darker at the point of contact in which his quarterstaff is poking it, until the whole thing just goes up the quarterstaff and into Drell, up his arm and into his head, and he does the same thing that happened to Valxis, where he just
Nice.
Holy.
Dang, I was hoping that wouldn't happen.
Drell.
Can I shift
God.
detect thoughts to drill?
You can. Drell, what at your base, at the base level, what are your thoughts in this moment as this happens to you?
Damn, I can't because I cast
What
another
the
spell.
Oh, never mind. You cast Detect Magic. Never mind. Give me some creepy music, AJ. Hit me with it.
Jesus. No.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you, Drell.
This has happened to Valkus before. It'll be
Oh,
fine.
okay. Yeah, Valkus, he did say he was fine, so hopefully it just stays the same. Hopefully.
Drell, you are suddenly breathing heavily. Your eyes open and you look down and you have your orcish features again. You're not a dragonborn anymore. Your clothes, your normal Yule monk rags. You look around and you're in a wasteland. Cracked earth in every direction. You do a full 360 degrees as you look back forward where you initially opened your eyes. You see standing before you a single gazebo altar. Half obsidian, half marble. Up the marble sides, the white marble, is vines. Growing, wrapping around the pillars. Seemingly going into the earth around this altar. Grass growing in a radius around the marble sides. Burnt ash and death in terms of grass on the obsidian sides.
Oh, cool.
Up the obsidian sides is thorns. Brown. Painful. Like needles. The vines that go up the white side to the marble side lead to these beautiful flowers. There's a figure standing in the center, looking at you. What do?
I approach.
You start stepping towards this figure. Outside of this vision, whatever it is, Drell is still but is taking steps forward, is walking. Slow steps. You get closer to this figure, Drell, and you get to the base of the stairs, where it is completely split. 4 individual sections, opposites. One half, or one side, in its opposite being life, and then another quarter in its opposite being death. Black and white. This figure standing before you, as you get closer, you start to realize it looks like Ben, but his skin has more color, is more alive. There's a lack of emptiness behind his eyes. His eyes are actually a nice green to amber hazel. He has a book in his hand, and he's frantically flipping through pages. He puts the book down and he's pacing back and forth. He doesn't seem to notice you.
Hello?
No recognition that you're speaking.
I try to look over his shoulder at the book.
You see text. What languages do you speak?
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Orc, and Telepathy.
You do not.
You speak telepathy? Cool. What's that language?
That's crazy. You can't read the pages in this book. He has it open to a page that has these illustrations. Make a flat wisdom check, not a saving throw, a wisdom check. Click the number under wisdom. A 7. You don't know what any of it means, but this is an altar, and that looks like some kind of ritual. Don't know what it can mean, though.
Can't be sus.
As you're gazing over the book, as it and the altar take up your vision, and you can't figure out what the book is, you look up, and the wasteland itself isn't a wasteland anymore. The altar that you're standing inside of is all marble. There's no death, decay. There's grass, lush trees, fields as far as the eye can see, a lush mountain in the distance, green all the way up to the snowy mountaintops. Jungle off in the distance. The air is suddenly fresher. The wasteland isn't a wasteland. The death parts of this altar are not dead. This figure goes back to the book and starts to mutter things that you don't understand. Suddenly a breeze starts to pick up around you. But instead of just being a breeze, it's wind, gales of wind that start to spin around the altar. You try to step down the stairs and away from this altar, and you're not able to. The wind is keeping you trapped inside. You look over at this figure of Ben.
I hate this.
And there is fear in his eyes. But there's a different feeling to this man. This doesn't feel like Ben. You don't know who this is. But you swear that it's Ben. And as the fear in his eyes turns to anger, a single tear starts to roll down his cheek. And on the other side, blood starts to roll down his eye. Tears in one, blood in the other. He keeps muttering these words until suddenly he starts saying them out loud. Louder and louder, until he's screaming things in a language you don't understand. The wind has started kicking up so hard that the grass around the base of the altar has started to rip grass. It's ripped out of the ground. It's starting to whirl around like you're being stuck in the center of a tornado. You lose sight of the lush surrounding. You start to see from the book ink pouring out of two corners, slowly falling their way down onto the altar floor. The wind gets fierce, more fierce and more fierce. What are you going to do?
Duck, armadillo.
Okay, you armadillo. You're closing your eyes. Are you closing your eyes or are you keeping your eyes open?
I'm just covering my head.
Okay, but you're keeping your eyes open, still looking? Okay, you duck and cover your head. You guys saw him walk maybe 10 feet, and then he stood. He looked like he was, like, still... but reading something on, like, looking around, walking in circles around something until suddenly he looks around in fear and then ducks, looking around but in fear. And this wind for you, Drell, kicks and kicks harder and is spinning faster and faster, and his screaming starts to get guttural.
Huh? Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jin's gonna walk over and touch Drell's shoulder. Like,
you touch Drell's shoulder. Drell, in this, wherever you are, you feel pressure on your shoulder, but you look over your shoulder and there's nothing there. And like, you guys see him in the real, like in the world, like look over at Jin. But like his eyes, Jin, when you see him, his eyes are full white. Like nothing inside them.
what the fuck?
And he's like like trying to breathe, and where it attached to his arm, you guys see the sapphire has black like coursing through the gemstones.
Whoa.
This version of Ben, whatever this is, screams louder and louder, and suddenly the screams turn into more guttural sound. They don't sound human anymore. Like something else is saying the words, and it's only being spoken through this body. And then you start, it's insane to imagine, but you start to see the body splitting. Not as if the body was being ripped in half, but as if two figures were being pulled apart. The words start to come from both separate entities. One of them being this human-looking version of Ben. The other half starting to look more decaying, being pulled apart. And right as they're about to separate into two, the wind moves inward. All the sand and dirt and grass starts whipping up in front of your eyes, and as you cover your eyes and pull away, you're back. A dragonborn, able to breathe. The black leaves his arms. His eyes back to normal. Couple heavy breaths, and you're surrounded by the rest of the party. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
Holy shit. Damn.
Yeah.
Jen almost touched that thing.
Ben
What the
didn't
fuck?
start the fire.
You guys also, like,
It was always burning.
Ben never gets to touch anything.
Yeah,
I'm
it
kind of
was-
afraid of Ben touching these
Yeah,
things.
now I'm really nervous about Ben touching this.
yeah. That's why I
You
touched
can also,
it.
we can also end the session with Drell being like, I tell them everything I saw, or, you know, because
Absolutely, I tell
I was going to say, if we're not going to have another session until the 27th, I kind of want to, like,
I tell
have this
everything
be
I saw.
remembered. Okay, so you
Bro, this
guys,
was
so
so
the end of the
crazy, I told
session is
everything
him reciting everything that he saw to you guys. But that's where we're going to end the session. You guys can talk about it next time.
That is so fucked.
You guys
Holy
touch
sh-
things. That's like your fucking thing. You guys just like to
Yeah.
touch
Of
shit.
course I'm gonna touch it. What do you mean?
Corey would be like, "Do you want to touch it?" Yes.
No, I didn't say, do you want to touch it? I said it's there, and you were like, I'm going to go touch
Corey,
it.
stop giving me good
Yeah.
descriptions of things.
You don't like good descriptions?
No, it makes me want to touch it.
All I said was just a black silhouetted shadowed figure.
Yeah, it makes me want to touch it.
Dude,
I mean, to be
what
fair,
the
all of you wanted to touch it.
At one point, I was gonna
I
have
touch
Ginny
it
be like,
because
turn
I
around,
thought
like,
was
Ben, you
not
sure you
gonna
want to
touch
just touch this thing?
Yeah, but you guys are the kings of, I'm just going to do it without asking anyone.
True.
Okay,
Sure we did.
if Valxis didn't play it off as like something that was no big deal, then it would have been like, all right, if Valxis can get away with this, and I'm sure we could get away with it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
April
What the
27th, we're going to start going forward with Wednesday sessions. We're going to have one, possibly two new people joining us on that day.
Cool.
What?
So, well, I mean, I'm not going to say it out loud, but besides the person who joined the Discord, we're going to possibly having a second person join us. I would like the
What
second
the
person to
fuck?
join us, but it's up to them.
Me too. I would like that as well.
But yeah, so
Me 3.
we'll
I
get
want them
us
to
up
join.
to
It feels like
7
you guys- I
people,
wanna
which
know
is a
who it
nice
is now.
number in my opinion, of players. And we'll be going forward with Wednesday sessions. If one person can't make it, we'll still have the sessions. If 2 people can't make it, is when I'll be like, okay, like
Cool.
we'll
Yeah.
probably take a week off. But we're gonna be going with Wednesday sessions, 6 p.m. Eastern, starting Wednesday the 27th. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Super
Sounds
cool,
unless
dude.
chat, we'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Have a happy Easter if that's something you celebrate. I'm being made to celebrate it. So I will see you guys all. We'll see you guys all another time. I don't know.